Alright guys, welcome. It's finally here. To everyone here for the grand finals, thank you for putting up with the delay, and I hope you're still ready. And to everyone here by chance or on accident, you were in the right place at the right time, because today we have a clash of giants. The two great movers of 70 star number 1 and 2 in the world. Coming into season 2 with the world record of 27-23, Punky has been an absolute beast of consistency. He has not dropped a single match all the way through to the grand finals, not in the regular season, not in the bracket. He has been unstoppable. He's been dominant. But the person he's up against is the man who set 3 consecutive world records during the season, including the current 4708. The man who's got the best movement, the best strats, the best lag reductions in the whole league. It, of course, is Dwhatever. So I hope you guys are ready. Start yourselves in. There's not going to be any messing around today. Got 2 Titans here. About to get started. So we're getting the ready up and then the countdown. This match is live. Both Dwhatever and Punky are racing in real time. We've had, quite a few pre-recorded throughout the season. Grand final, not like that. They are right here. Not physically, but they are doing the runs as we speak. So you know that the pressure's on. They have the stream that they can watch if they wish. Either way, they are definitely here in the moment. The reason no one else is here is because everyone is like at work or doing other things right now. It's kind of unfortunate that for grand finals it has to be this way. But it's like when it's 5 o'clock Eastern, anyone in the US, East Coast, West Coast, is still in their normal work day. So it's kind of hard to get people. But trust me, I am super excited. Let me give you a little bit of a statistical picture here, because I said Punky has been dominating the stats. That's absolutely true. His best time is a 48.04. Dwhatever's best time is a 48.20. Now, in recent attempts, Dwhatever's still been going for that 46. He's been getting quite a few 47s. If you remember at Pace, which was our Season 1 Grand Final, Punky got the first ever race 47 with the 47.59 in the semifinals.
Mario.
And I believe it was against Dwhatever also. So they're both no strangers to the pressure of being in a high stakes race, and also they played against each other many times. Dwhatever has won some, Punky has won others. Somehow, even though he's been playing well for the most part, and maybe isn't as focused as Dwhatever, he is still rock solid. Nothing can budge him. You can just come in, enter that Zen mode, which we saw some people in chat talking about it. Dwhatever put out a video talking about Zen mode, where everything feels easy. You're in the zone, you're not distracted, you're fully focused, but you're not feeling like you're straining to do the run. So it's that kind of state that Punky seems to inhabit on a regular basis, and it's quite incredible. Even though Dwhatever is the better player, right now at least, there's very little margin for error when you play against Punky. That's always how it's been. So good luck for both. That is a good start for the grand finals, you would say. Punky and Dwhatever entering BOB. Alright, going with this bomb clip. You might see a backflip for Dwhatever. It's a bit difficult to line up because you have to be a lot more specific about your angle. Dwhatever gets it. Punky a little bit slower there, gonna get bopped by about a second. Dwhatever takes the lead. Here we go, do this kind of fancy wall kick to get over to the upper level of the castle lobby into the first star door, or the slide door, which will take us to the secret slide. You want to throw out your guesses if you got it. Might say, oh, 12, I'm going to say 12-6, Dwhatever, 12-7 Punky. Back to what I was saying earlier about the stats. Punky's average time has been a 48-47. Dewey's average time has been 49-11. And Punky has not even failed to get a 49 in any race. He's gotten 49s and 48s exclusively. Dwhatever has, I think, gotten maybe 2 50s. They are first and second in every stat across the board. And Punky just seems to be the king. But there's nothing that Punky can do that Dwhatever can't, and that's what makes this matchup so exciting. And if you were following this season at all, you know that this is the grand final we were all hoping to get. Alright, time for Womps. Is it going to be 100 coin? Nope, we're going up to Cannonless. Punky to an Owless. Dwhatever texture setup, that looks pretty good. And he's got it. Punky, Owless about the same time. Both Cannonless and Owless are about 12-second stars. If you do full setup Cannonless, it's a bit slower. You might see Punky go for that in a consistency frame of mind. And one thing we'll also see is Dwhatever will certainly go for that expert line of 5 pro cycle. Punky doing the full setup. He's going to drop down on that star though. You can be very certain of that, which is the advantage. And Dwhatever getting Owless a little bit farther ahead now. Entering the painting, you know, 2.5 seconds ahead. But now it's time for 100 coin. This is what really defines your Woms, the early game. If you don't miss Cannonless or Owless at this level. Okay, going for that safer movement. He goes into the tree first. Dwhatever coming down here to the blue switch with 20 coins. Punky on 15. Both of them doing the same movement to get up here, but Dwhatever is going to have a little bit more trouble catching the cycle, but you wouldn't even know it because of how early he is. Punky getting to the cycle at about the same time without that line of 5. So Dwhatever going to be converting that 2-second time save, and here going up around the islands, his movement is quite spicy. Punky not too bad. He's done this countless times as well. You got to remember that. But Dwhatever is the undisputed king of this star, and it's nice to see him come out in full force, being able to deliver. And he's also quite good at this ending. You can lose a good bit of time without even realizing it, but Dwhatever usually gets that speed kick just the right amount. And Punky very quick on the ending. He was so decisive with those side flips. He got 4 coins in the first row and 4 in the second. He wasted no time getting around. So really impressive. Now it's just a quick and easy shoot into the wild blue for both of them. Dwhatever is up by about 5 seconds. So he's been able to just incrementally increase his lead with sharper movement and a little bit of strat improvements as well. Although it's not that Punky couldn't do the strats, he chooses not to, because then he can guarantee a very consistent Woms exit. And that's just the kind of game plan that's put Punky on top through both of these 70-star seasons. He's not been doing anything too crazy, and he's never had to. He is really just a robot. But Dwhatever doing a lot of world record attempts, getting those very optimized Woms exits. If you do island hop, you can get about a 710 with a pretty much perfect Woms. With Woms 9, it's a little bit different, but you can get like sub 640, maybe like 635 if you're actually insane. Oh, Dwhatever with a bit of a mistake there, getting over with the dive. What a sick backup. I thought he was going to bonk on the fence. That was very precarious. Punky saving a little bit of time getting up here with the proper fence clip. But Dwhatever getting a 636, even with that mistake, that lost maybe like 2 or 3 seconds. So Dwhatever might be in the Zen mode, you gotta say. He wasted no time pulling out that backup. It's quite incredible. Alright, slide number 2, I'm gonna say same guess. 12-6, 12-7 on the left and right side of your screen. Very nice bump there. You really want to hit that corner so that way you kind of get the angle pushing back down the middle of the ending. And what do you know? Perfect guesses. Jumil also getting a correct guess. Alright, it's wing cap time. Starboard, you can lose a bit of time just casually. I kind of call this passive time loss or passive time gain, which is kind of the concept that in stars where you both play at like your normally acceptable level, someone's going to do it a little bit better. And I would say wing cap, both these players do it quite well. But if you compare it to like an average like D2 player, they would definitely be saving some time here. And good endings for both. It's really something that you can try to go too fast on and end up missing red coins. You know, losing a few seconds. And if you miss the ending, you can lose quite a bit more if the text comes out. In Dark World, there's a few cycles that you can go for. The most basic, widely adopted one is Shigeru cycle, which Punky will almost certainly go for. Dwhatever could opt to up the ante going for Zaya cycle, but it's not really recommended. It looks fairly quick. He can go. Okay, he's going for Zaya. He's going to try to get through these elevators. And he's zipping through with great speed. That's actually Oh, he's missed the red coin. It's going to be Shig. It looks like he made a mistake, but he's actually going to break even with Punky here, who's going to have to wait for this yellow cheese block, as we call it. Making that cycle very late, though, because he had to run on. He has to kick. Can he save it? Yes, he does. Punky nearly avoiding death. If he had not kicked... Oh, God! Oh, my God, the Goomba. Dwhatever missing the walk again, and the Goomba coming back. Punky retaliating with double first. He's going to pick up a few seconds and closing the gap dramatically. Dwhatever and Punky both could have died, and that would have put the first race off to a quite sour start. But here they are. They're both in the first Bowser fight. Grabbing a tail, throwing him into a bomb. We'll see more of that later, as I'm sure you're aware. Punky missing the throw. Sometimes you don't get a good tail grab, or maybe just a bit slippery on the Hori. You usually switch out your controller for this kind of action, where you have to spin the joystick. Still a 952 for Punky, and by no means a bad Dark World exit. Sub 10 means like you maybe made one mistake. Dwhatever forgetting he didn't do Island Hop. Punky is saving like a second in castle movement. Maybe breaking D out of that Zen mode he's been in. I will have to say, getting hit by the Goomba there when you're so close to the edge can do that to someone. And here, nice long jump back up. That gives him a bit more speed to start kicking up the slope. Whereas Punky will go clip the fence into a double jump, which is what you're supposed to do. But since Dwhatever messed up grabbing the wing cap and had to wait, he had to improvise. So doing pretty well on the fly, actually, if you want to talk more about Zen mode. Let's see when they touch the door, 1046 compared to maybe a 49. This is the beauty of seeing top players go head-to-head when they're both playing consistently. Punky, just by virtue of him as a player, Dwhatever on current form. Wall kicks in CCM, a pretty cool star. Both of them getting that wall kick. If you miss that A press, which you only have 5 frames for, you will die. So it's not really a difficult strat, but it's not a beginner strat either. we're going to see Cool Clue Mountain 17. If you're not familiar with the route differences, you can either do the 100 coin with the slide star, or you can do it with the penguin race and get the slide star independently, which is about maybe 6 to 8 seconds slower. But you'll avoid doing double press, which is an SSL where you have to grab the bomb and use its backward momentum to clip into the pyramid. It's a trick where a lot of people will die and lose tons of time. So they're both on the slide now. Interesting to see that neither of them went for the penguin. It usually seems to be standard convention that people will go for wall kicks and then the penguin, and round it out with the 100 coin. This 100 coin is really not something you're likely to fail without the penguin race, because you can always grab more coins at the end, but coming out with 98 or 99 is all you need. So they're both going to be just chilling, picking up the final, or the penultimate star, I mean. Still have to save the baby penguin. If they had done Island Hop at the beginning, they could have saved about 5 seconds. It's really not a huge time save. But with Island Hop, a near perfect run is about 13 flat. And people have gotten a few seconds better, but that's pretty much flawless. I would say reasonably 13 flat is insane. And we're going to see Dwhatever wrap this up with like a 13 1x, which is really, really amazing. If you think of getting knocked around a bit in Dark World, maybe forgetting where he was going in the castle, very impressive. Punky maybe 5-ish seconds behind. It didn't catch the exact fade out difference, but this is the kind of lobby that you expect from a championship player. PBH here, it's just a little detour we go to before entering basement. Just a couple quick stars, not too difficult. There's quite a bit going on in this stage if you care to look around, but we're not going to be fighting any boos other than the one on the balcony right now. And the other star is quite trivial. It's Secret of the Haunted Books, but we don't actually input the code on the bookshelf. They're pretty good for both of them, and not much to report. It's still going to be about the same difference as we head into SSL. We have some kind of weekly-ish 120 races that we've started to do, where we just have a few 120 runners that are, you know, fairly well-known and similar in skill. Just do a showcase. All right, 1447 compared to a 1453, so 6 seconds. This is the first key door. There is 2 stages, Dire Docks and Fire Sea, that we do down here. Dwhatever not doing a punch on the first MIPS. Punky is going for the punch. First time you've seen him be a little bit more ambitious strat-wise. Dwhatever might have gone for the punch and just dove instead. It's very easy to do that if you're not familiar with the mechanics. A punch is pretty much the same as a dive if you're not holding fully forward. You have to just be kind of halfway neutral. Alright, first plus. First of many, big bomb. Punky getting it as well. Not going for Tomo plus. This is a medium bomb actually. Doing extra ground pounds. It's quite treacherous out here, but he knows the backup. You have to do a lot more maneuvering to get in there, and Punky makes it work. So nothing is able to phase him right now. Dwhatever still needs one more. Can he make it happen? Big bomb. Tomo plus. Good angle. Getting around the quicksand. It's quite precise for that reason, as well as a bit of frame perfect inputs. Alright. Good movement so far on the sand shoot. Punky getting in there with the big bomb. Dwhatever not going for his typical long jump. That saves a little bit of time in this kind of sandy stream movement. And Punky is not going for it either, I would guess. But the long jump makes you grab the star lower and with downward momentum. Where this rollout, you grab the star with like kind of upward momentum and a bit higher. So it loses a bit of time just kind of on the frame basis. Maybe like 0.3. So it's generally not something that is worth worrying about. But if you want to make a catalog of things that add up, because everything does add up in this game, movement especially, even when it's not visible by a difference in strats, you will be able to find a significant difference. Most of this game is about not making mistakes. But when you play at a high level, you have to have your basic mechanics up to a very smooth, polished level. Get some of that German engineering for Dwhatever, but maybe some American-made, I don't know, cars or other tech for Punky. Dwhatever getting a bit of dust there. That lost some speed. He had to do an alternate approach, but recovering really, really well. Yeah, Dwhatever's got maybe a little bit of a sedan or maybe kind of a sporty car, and Punky's just chugging along in an off-roader, or maybe a truck like you said. Bonk was fast, but you know it's durable. Bit of difference in strats. Dwhatever goes for the triple jump dive. Punky goes for a long jump after grabbing the wing cap. Alright, the most difficult thing in Lethal Lava Land is Lava Boost. And both Dwhatever and Punky typically go for the standard long jump method. It's actually a little bit slow. There's a fast strat, which we call Pro Boost. You just do 2 kicks and long jump kind of straight ahead at the waterfall of molten rock. Okay, also going around to the right side. And then there's a Kira Boost, which is kind of a hybrid. You approach it from the same angle as Pro Boost, but you go around to the right. That one saves about a second. Pro Boost saves about a second over Akira. Alright, great bully start for D. Really, both of them finding their rhythm. Basement is, you know, not the worst part of the run, but it can definitely shake you up after even a great lobby. Just kind of coming off of a nice cruising CCM and BBH. You come into SSL, you die to Pless, and you're like, oh god, what's happening? You come into Lethal Lava Land, you get burned and bullied and battered, and you're like, you know, coming around with some charred overalls. You're like, what happened here? I didn't expect to make any mistakes in this stage. So you really want to see both of them get through this cleanly, and both of them have really been living up to their name. And yes, this is a live race. Both of them are racing right now. I believe Dwhatever has Elevator Tour. Quite an interesting thing to leave for last. Oh, Punky not getting the good ending. As long as you don't fall down on those collapsing platforms, you should be alright. And looking like a sub 21. A world record attempt would be somewhere in like the 2030s. So D's probably only like 20 seconds behind his PB. So you've got maybe about a 15 to 20 second lead here. Dwhatever's really been putting in the work in basement. I don't think Punky has really messed up too much. But this is what happens. Dwhatever gets off to a killer beginning, and somewhere upstairs or in the mid game could be Fire C, it could be Wedge Hardware, it could be TTM, anything, you know, THI, secrets perhaps. You're gonna make a big mistake, you kind of lose your momentum, and then the Zen mode snaps. You're kind of like trying to get back into that groove, but you end up bleeding time in pretty much every stage after. Even if you're playing pretty well, you can still lose a ton of time to little things. So we'll see how long Dwhatever can maintain this lead. And also there's going to be another race after this. So if Punky does come back, Dwhatever is going to have to put on another performance like this and then hold it together. But we're not really even into the thick of the run yet. We've gone through lobby. Lobby's tough. We've gotten through basement. Basement's tough. Upstairs, it gets a little spicy. And then Tippy is like death curry or like Hot One's wings. Where they kind of give you like the increasingly spicy line of hot sauce. Alright, front sub attempt. Will this angle work? Yes, and a good lag reduction. Dwhatever will also show off some pretty nice lag reduction strats. Wet Dry World and TDC 100 especially. He goes into some nutty Mario Cam optimizations, which makes it hard to see what you're doing, but saves lag frames. Punky, one thing he's always said is that back sub is very comfortable, whereas front sub, you know, you might have to like mentally steel yourself a little bit for that one. So even if he's good at front sub, back sub is a great race alternative. It's pretty common, I think, for him to do back sub. And he knows that he doesn't even need to try to catch up. He doesn't have to try to beat Dwhatever at his own game. Because if you try to beat Dwhatever at being Dwhatever, you're not going to beat Dwhatever, right? Even with a game like SM64 that's gone so optimized, you still have to find your own style. Dwhatever's here in Fire C though, and no matter what you do, you gotta try to get this lava boost early Ellie's. And there's been kind of a revolution in early 2019 about this alternate cage, where you can actually go hit the elevator after the cage red. You used to run around the elevator first, then get the cage red and go back, but it's actually a bit slower and harder. Oh no, Dwhatever missing the jump dive. He's gonna get burned twice. He's not gonna die, but he is gonna miss that lava boost early Ellie's. 1 HP. All right, he's not gonna get early cycle at all. Punky can really catch up here. Thank you, Logan Dingo. This is huge. We're gonna have to see if the times line up. Like, it's gonna be almost perfect. Punky getting lava boost, Dwhatever here. Okay, he's still ahead by like 3 seconds. But Punk has really came from out of nowhere to being right on his heels. And that's what happens in 70 star. Punky nailing the ending. Not the fastest ending, but he definitely did what he had to do. And he's caught up by like 15, maybe more. So if the lead was like, you know, somewhere around 20, and it's been chopped down to about 5. So that's what I'm saying. Dwhatever can get some crazy beginnings, but usually they don't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. But Punky is like the only person who seems to be like kind of an antidote to that. Or even if he is playing great, you know, he might still be able to play like very solid upstairs, and especially in Tippy. Dwhatever has quite a nutty Tippy, but Punky can really avoid those common run-ending mistakes. And then, of course, even when he's not playing so well, his upstairs can still be, you know, as rock solid as ever. So, getting a 25 2x with a normal cycle, that's quite incredible. a 25 OX is, you know, probably low 47 pace. So Dwhatever could definitely get a 47 with this, and so could Punky. Just a bit less likely. There's been really no major mistake other than that. Like this whole race, there's been some, you know, time differences. Some people have caught up, some people have had a little bit of trouble on certain stars. But really nothing has even come close to just a missed cycle in Fire C. So Dwhatever's missed a coin. He can't miss any more, or he has to get a backup box which loses like 3 seconds. decent Skeeter RNG. Kind of tried to run away at the last second. Punky, I think he has good RNG because I can't see the Skeeter. Hopefully that's a good sign. That is a pretty good sign. They have quite a similar position. Punky taking a lot more time to get these blue coins. Dwhatever can really extend his lead. And the second half of Wet World is where Dwhatever really shines with this lag reduction. Opting to land though, I think he saw that he had gotten a first and was going to go too far and fall off. So he was able to kind of react on the fly, maybe saving a little bit of ground. These double dives are a little bit slower than what Dwhatever did with the long jump. But overall, the movement is clean. Now, here's what... Okay, this is a bit of a risk. Mario Cam with no spare coins. Dwhatever gets them all. He's avoiding the amps and has no fear. Like, it looked like he was going to miss the one coin. You saw it was kind of on the right of his screen. Whereas Punky stays in Mario Cam C down, a little bit laggier. But you can at least see where everything is. Dwhatever is really bold to go for that lag reduction when he doesn't have the spare. Couple of supportive D comfies coming out here. It's not very comfy at all, but as terms of like a call to action, I suppose it's quite a good emote. Alright, triple jump wall kick there. Good stuff for D. Can Punky match this? Going for the standard wall kick into the triple jump. Dwhatever saved a bit of time with the double jump kick beginning. That's been fairly new, although it's been known about pretty much forever. No one really did it until 2019. Also a long jump there. He's going to do an extra wall kick at the top. Dwhatever saving a little bit more time here with just a couple minor but significant improvements. Just that come with being up to date and really trying to push the time down into 46 when every second matters. And it's not just every second, it's like every quarter second. Great top of the town. Fantastic. D comfy indeed. Punky still 2 for 2 on the triple jump wall kicks. It's one of the strats that are kind of like deceptively difficult. I guess when you are a new player or you've never played before, it looks like, oh, it's a triple jump and a wall kick. There's like a million of those. But this one's a lot harder. But then when you get good at it, it's like, oh, it's deceptively easy. It looks like you can barely get it, but you can actually kind of wiggle around and figure out how to get it most of the time. So it's one of those strats that used to be considered really difficult. Now it's like hard, but very consistent for a lot of top runners. Really solid wet dry worlds for both. Like, Dwhatever is clearly the best at that stage. His gold is a 323. To give some context, Alco got like a 325 some years ago, and everyone thought that was like the thing. Like, how do you get a 325? That's amazing. Alright, Dwhatever getting pretty good secrets. Had a bit of a mistake around the third one, but pretty much transitioned to that in a smooth flowing backup. Punky with good secrets as well. Getting around, not losing any time to Dwhatever. Might be made up a little bit of time, but Dwhatever's lag reduction is equally ambitious as it is with the Wet Jarbo Chukya. Yeah, he fell and then he kind of messed up the triple jump. Alright, good mountain clips for both. It's a pretty small time save. It's like half a second. Punky's browser encountered an error. What? Splice. Hello. Rocktalk saying that THI sucks. I couldn't agree more. It sucks so much that they had to destroy the entire stream. Let's see what happens there. Might get a bit of a quick fix if possible. Dwhatever, still cruising. Very solid 10 huge island. Getting that under 31 minutes, very impressive. And as I was saying before, like, the golds that were considered good have just kind of gone down over time, even when people thought they were insane. Like, Alco got a 325, eventually cheesed, and he was like, how is a 325 possible? Like, I get like a 329 and it feels perfect. But Dwhatever comes out, gets a 323. He has the best sum of best by like a good 10 seconds or more. Because he's an absolute nut. Let's see if he can knock down Breezeless. Breezeless. Breezyless. There you go. Cringe for the day. Dwhatever brings home the pay. Punky back in action. Able to swipe that star. Alright, this is the Dwhatever special. The Denner AUM. It is the TTM red coins. No one's ever been as good as often on this star. And Dwhatever knocking down the ending as well. When you go for that side foot ball kick, you have to like hold left on the side on the wall kick and then roll out to the right. You have to get over the edge and still grab the red. But that is one of the stars that Dwhatever has pretty much put in his muscle memory. That is definitely Zen mode. Zen mode. Punky missing mountain clip. That's an A and not B error. You gotta press it at the same time. You can do it like one frame apart, I think, like A and B on consecutive frames, but not if you press A and then B like 3 frames later. Alright, good first mountain clip star for Dwhatever, making up some time, kind of making up for that THI mistake, and Punky grabbing that scale the mountain start. A lot cleaner. Like, the ending is good, but the mountain clip definitely lost like a good 5 seconds. Maybe more. And it's also kind of risky for Dwhatever to do the mountain clip stars kind of late, because then he has to get it, because his only backup is the box, which Punky's doing now. Looking good. It's kind of a fun star to watch, and also kind of gives you some developer insight, because they put the box there, so you would try to like get to the mushroom. Like, they gave you that opportunity intentionally. There's no way that they put the box there randomly, right? So it's kind of cool that we as speedrunners can kind of use that as an homage for the developers' insights, or kind of hidden intentions if you wanted to explore the game. Okay, going a bit safe on these shrooms. This is kind of like what you would expect to see from most people. Quite solid everywhere. And getting the red coin. So going to be knocking down like a good 24-second time. Dwhatever in the 23s though is quite insane. Missing the star on the drop down is going to cost maybe another like second or so. So Dwhatever really getting through TTM without any mistakes. Punky missing a mountain clip is going to kind of destroy a little bit of the lead he fought so hard to make up, or the deficit, not necessarily the lead. But how do I transition this into SL? Well, I don't know, but this snow is gonna make me go blind on Punky's screen. Excellent ground pound for D. You gotta kind of do that blind. When you go to do the jump, you have to adjust in the air so you land next to the breakable box here. Punky's gonna go for it now. What's he got? And making it over. Very clean. Very easy game. I can't imagine anyone ever messing that up. Like, oh, Dwhatever swag. The double jump kick as opposed to a triple jump. Literally saves like 0.2 because it's such a short star. But you have to have a good speed on the double jump, because Mario's jump height depends a lot on his speed. If you try to single jump in place, you get like maybe 2 Mario heights. Dwhatever, interesting dives. I think he messed up his movement there. Almost certainly. And then got a bit of dust. Alright, the last Snowman's Land star for Punky. A really good pace for both. Like, I'm sure D can still 47. Alright, basement revisited for Hazy Maze Cave. And more importantly, the little yellow bunny. Why is the bunny yellow? I don't know. Was he drinking stars with his tea? Maybe. I'm not gonna say that's canon. But I haven't really seen a golden yellow bunny anywhere else. My boy, the legendary third place finisher, Benji, coming in here saying that Dwhatever can definitely 47. Could even get a mid 47 with perfect gameplay. Seems about right. And this race has been insane. SM64 is always about mistakes. There are always mistakes. But these runners have not made more than a handful combined across the entire run so far. And with HMC being one of the easier stages, we're probably going to get to Tippy with this kind of same differential. It's never been more than 20 seconds for Dwhatever. And Dwhatever can't mess up, because if he does, Punky will absolutely crush him with no mercy. Small mistake there, getting a ledge grab can be a bit scary going for that long jump, but it's a bit better than the triple jump strat. Punky might go for the triple jump here, yeah. So if you see him, he's going to triple jump by the heart and roll out there to grab the star. It actually looks faster, but going around like Dwhatever did is a little bit... Oh, he wasn't about to die, Doug. But I'm just saying it was a little bit of a mistake. You can die a lot more easily doing the triple jump wall kick, because if you miss the platform, you're going to fall in the rock pit. And then that is kind of a coffin. Nobody can help you then. Punky going for rolling rocks, quite interesting. He's saving the Christmas Miracle for last. That's what Dwhatever just did. Metalhead Mario can move. We call it Christmas Miracle because we can't think of a better name that's short. Imagine saying Metalhead Mario can move. Every time. Not that Christmas Miracle is any less complicated though. So the SM64 community has a bit of collective brain damage about this star. But Punky is about to do it. Dwhatever 38-48, wrapping it up. A good tippy at a world record level can be under 9 minutes. You can probably get like in the 840-ish if you're really, really good, no mistakes. So like Benji said, Dwhatever can get a mid 47. But very likely, not likely, nothing is likely in Tippy except the unlikelihood of having a good one. It's like nothing is certain about life except its uncertainty. And let me remind you, the current 70-star race world record is 47.59 by puncayshun, set in a GSA race 4-5 months ago at pace. Wait, it's actually like 6 months ago. Alright, we're counting here on stream. Dwhatever counting the frames for that glitchy wall kick. Absolutely landing on that lag 2 bounce. Like a lunar module in the Sea of Tranquility. Alright, Punky going for the single jump bounce. So not as fast as the glitchy wall kick, but it's a great hybrid. I love this strat. It's like faster than the side flip. It's more consistent and it looks good. He's knocked that one out. In 120 star, you have to do double lag 2 bounce. But in 70, that's all you gotta do. And once again, well, not once again, but for me, it might be once again for the 10,000th time. It's Rainbow Ride Reds. Dwhatever getting that nice dive. Slide back onto the 5th red coin. Don't even have a good name for it. You would think I would. Punky missing the wall. He was a bit too far to the right. He wasn't able to get around the pillar, but getting a good long jump back up, that's kind of a nice profile view to see exactly like how you have to turn in the air. You can also jump over this flame, do a nice wall kick. Okay, Punky did a dive on the wall kick. He could have like dropped on the 3rd coin and been like really cool and looked cool. And did I mention like he'd be cool, but lost a bit of time there. Dwhatever having a great rainbow ride, which he's known to do. He is quite sick at every star in the stage. Thank you, Benji. Yeah, I'm going to toot my own horn with my spreadsheet record for Rainbow Ride Reds. 21.93. Punky, oh, okay, he's going for tricky triangles. Dwhatever is going back up, though. He's going all in. He's going for the pro swinging on the breeze. You have to grab that very corner. It's a harder long jump to make than for tricky triangles because you have to kind of build more horizontal distance. All right, not too bad. He missed the ending. What you want to do is like double jump right in front of the flame shooter and dive. But when you do that, like, you can very easily run into the flame shooter. So it wasn't too bad what happened to Dwhatever. But basically, Punky is not going to be going for that strat. He was one of the first people to start doing it, but for races, this is one of the other areas where he makes a compromise. Says, I'm not going to care too much about saving less than a second. It is really not worth it. And Punky could still 47 as well. Imagine that. Imagine a race in the finals where both get a 47. I would lose my mind. A 47... When I first started playing, only one person had ever gotten a 47. That was Cheese. Alright, Dwhatever flying through this 100 coin. I cannot explain to you in the amount of time it takes him to do this star how impressive it is. Oh, Dwhatever, great adjustment. He realized he was too close to the bottom. He was like right underneath these yellow blocks. He needs to do a dive roll onto it. If he tried it, he probably would have bonked and fallen down. So he decided really quickly and the spur of the moment to get around it and do a long jump wall kick. That's kind of the beginner strat, but it definitely saved his life there. Dwhatever, Zen mode. Let's hear it for the Zen mode. D comfy. I don't know. Fan club. Punky is still coming through here. You might see that, yeah, this is like the standard RTA strats of like the last few years. Punky just personifies excellence and consistency. Or maybe like the extraordinary and the ordinary, where he doesn't even have to do anything special. But Dwhatever is being extraordinary at being extraordinary right now. There's no superlative that I can come up with to express like how insane this run is. We say the record is 47.08, so he should be able to get, you know, a lot of 47s, but that's not how the game works. It's too hard. There's too much going on at every moment. There's hundreds of things that can go wrong. Like there, if he had messed up and not been able to get onto the second, like, spinning block, he could have fallen and died. It's just the nature of TikTok clock. Punky messing up, if he had gone for a second wall kick and maybe went too far, he could have fallen and died. He could have gotten hit by the pendulum, fallen and died. Probably just fallen and had to get back up. But Punky losing a few seconds, Dwhatever losing a second or two, it's not as much. But there's a lot more on the line than that. Okay, Punky maybe splicing. Just kidding. I want to see more people do the re-entry kind of popularized, or maybe even invented by Ikori. Rather than wait up at the top for the hand to get to stop position, you can just grab onto the ledge. We'll see. Dwhatever, great moving bars. No firsties, but that's a bit much to ask. A firstie is a first frame wall kick, which is a one is like a 30th of a second input, and gives you a lot more speed. It's more difficult to control. And we have a friend in the booth. It is Hakase.
Yo, what's up? How's it going, dude?
This is the race of a lifetime right now. Whatever's probably about to break the race record.
Yeah, I was like listening to the whole thing while I was walking home from work, so yeah, this is insane. Thought I could get in at the last minute.
Yeah, there was a race like in season 1 where Tama joined me in PDC, and at the end he was like, "Thanks for Bajonas helping me out on the co-coms." I was like, "No problem." So when Dwhatever sets the race world record, you can pop off, and I'll just kind of be able to say I was there.
Sounds good, dude. I'm down for that.
Nice. So everyone in chat, the race world record is 47:59 by puncayshun. Dwhatever entering bits can do it in like a minute 25. That means he can get like a 47:33 or something.
Yeah, this is actually insane. He's definitely setting the record. Let's go.
Don't curse, dude. You've just gotten in here.
That's okay. I'm fresh in the booth, so commentator's curse doesn't apply yet.
Okay.
These
All
are
right, no
all
motorcycle.
in the handbook.
The same motions that hundreds of players have carried out for years coming up here. Oh, he's going for left side. This is...
He wants the race world record. That's what this is. He's playing it safe. He wants that record.
the first time in the whole race where Dwhatever actually played something safe.
Yeah, insane.
I mean, moving right side did decide the first season grand finals. All right, he's in the pipe. 46 minutes on the clock. This is the world record has not yet concluded. He can get race world record with a missed throw, but not with two. Punky getting amped in bits. It's looking like Dwhatever is gonna make history here in the first race of the grand finals.
First throw is a success.
He is in Zen mode right now.
100% Zen mode.
Oh my god, Dwhatever!
Good.
Dwhatever 47 3x, absolutely demolishing the race world record. Punky has popped off all year long. Both seasons, dominating the standings, literally undefeated. Dwhatever
47
no, I'm the
38.
best. I'm the best.
Oh
Sit
my
down.
gosh.
That is a race world record that will probably stand for a little while longer.
Until he bops it next run.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Also, this run missed early cycle fire C, which lost like over 15 seconds. This could have been like 47-20. This could have beaten Punky's PB with a good fire C.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that Punky could compete with a run like this. You say a 48-10, that's 6 seconds off the best time of the season so far, was 48-04 by Punky. Any other race, Punky would just be cruising. He'd be getting in his Lamborghini. All the anime girls would be lining up, and he would just cruise along because he's the best.
Yeah, honestly, losing with a 48-10, that's insane. Like, that's an amazing race time.
This is like super grand finals of the universe out here.
Yep.
So now, you gotta wonder, is Punky sweating? Is he nervous? Does he just sit back knowing that Dwhatever can't repeat that? Or does he think, I can't just hold back and cruise to a low 48. I gotta like try to do something crazy, because I think if he tries to do that, he'll kind of shoot himself in the foot. I think he just needs to try to replay that run. I don't think Dwhatever can get another 47, but I would love to be proven wrong. I'm gonna go take 5 real quick. I think Dwhatever wants a couple minutes to calm down and maybe see if we can see that Zen mode on display once again.
Yeah, both racers are actually freaking out in the backroom chat. It's kind of funny. But yeah, this is actually insane. Both Pace Grand Finals actually, or not Pace Grand Finals, I mean GSA Grand Finals have been insane. Last time with Punky versus Cheese, and now with Punky versus D. Really, consistency is not cutting it anymore for puncayshun, and this is just like, I'm almost speechless, and I just hopped on the mic. But yeah, we'll be taking just like a minute or two, give the racers a minute to calm down after that, and we'll be right back in it. I can't actually imagine losing with 48-10. That's insane. People in chat saying that D's gonna get a 46 next run. That would be literally an impossible, I guess, thing to top in the future if that happened. But man, yeah, race world record from D.
All right, just gonna fill up my water because this was the probably best race ever in terms of
For sure.
times.
He's really just pushed this game to like new heights over the past couple months.
When you finish a run like that, you kind of just have to watch the credits. You know, you don't want to rush it. You just kind of let the beautiful credits music wash over you. You know, it lifts you up, and then kind of release all your nerves and your stress. It's such a great song. Definitely my favorite of the soundtrack, but probably in part due to the emotional connection with PBing.
Oh, that's true. Someone bring it up in chat. This is like without, this is with like race safe strats, no island hop or anything.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, he did double plus, but like island hop is like 5 seconds. I'm not gonna say it's like a massive route difference that he avoided, I guess. But island hop and lava boost fire seat 47 like 18. Come on, dude. That's too good. That's so far ahead of what the world is ready for.
Yeah.
And reading another Discord message from Alaria saying this is the first time anyone has beaten like pure Punky consistency.
Yeah, I mean, getting a 48-10 is nothing to scoff at, and just bopping that like it's nothing. D's really on that daily 47 grind.
Yeah, I think that's really helped him. Also, like a bit of maybe extra knowledge. The whole Zen mode thing is because he put out a video today talking about like how speedrunners like try to get into the zone.
Yeah.
And when you kind of sit down to play, it's like you kind of hope that you'll click into this focused but like mindful, not stressful state where you kind of like knock everything out.
Yeah, it's kind of easier to do in races, like than PB attempts, I think, just because like you're locked in as soon as it starts. When that timer starts, you're locked in for the whole race.
And Dwhatever said that doing races really helped him like get more used to doing like PB attempts, and like I think after Pace is when he really started crushing it in 70 star. That's when he got the world records because he had just kind of come off of doing the league and kind of being okay with the idea of playing a full run even if it wasn't great. And when your run is good, you can just go nuclear.
It's just like a multiplicative effect. Like when you play well, you play better.
Fucking nerd.
I have nothing to say to that. I am a nerd.
Any boomers in chat? Nice backflip bomb clip for Denner.
Yep. This is like the first matchup where it feels like, it always feels like whenever someone's racing against Punky that they're playing from behind because he's going to play consistent. But Dwhatever's like shown that he is like probably has a better average time when it comes to 70 star now. Not stating that from the league standings, but just from like the runs he does every day.
Yeah. So the thing is, Dwhatever's gotta hope he has more of that, like nitrous oxide in the tank. Punky's gotta hope he used it all. Because also with like the insane pressure in Tippy, you're in grand finals. You're on the best like race time of your life. You kill Tippy. You're in Sky. You do moving left, okay, but then you knock down all the throws. It's like, all right, is there anything like more high pressure that would unnerve him? I don't know if there is. Unless like he knew that Punky was like 1 second ahead of him going into Sky, like it's gonna be hard to say that like D can't win the mental battle, because that's always been another of Punky's strengths, is he's just pretty much iron.
Right, and I'm pretty sure Punky has more race experience than D, so
Yeah.
that always comes into play.
They've both been playing like Punky's been playing like 7 years, maybe 8. Dwhatever's been playing for like 5 or 6.
Hmm.
So it's like they both have plenty of experience.
Yeah. Neither player making any mistakes yet. One thing to note. Punky did Owlus, now he's going for his Canalus. I think last time he did full setup. And oh my gosh! Okay. I warmed up on my commentary. Commentator's curse came in. My bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hand the blame over to you there. Whatever, missing Owlus though. This is a kind of parallel mistake.
Yep.
It's kind of a wash when you miss a Canalus or an Owlus. It's gonna kind of come back to neutral. Like the seesaw will balance itself out there. Just like, 8 seconds worse for both of them. Alright, but when you're Punky, you gotta get this one. So hopefully that was a good ledge grab spot. I think it was. I have no reason to doubt it, but he missed it the first time.
Well, he missed the ledge the first time, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. So his backup was probably a little quicker, because he didn't, like, do the setup and then miss it.
Yeah.
So maybe only, like, 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, we're still making that expert cycle, though, quite early. I think that's kind of one thing that's fun to watch with Dwhatever. It's like, okay, how early are you going to be? Because it's almost a given that he makes the cycle.
He makes it look so easy. And he adds lag reductions and stuff around the Piranha plant.
There's a Tabascop camera where you actually Mario cam and spam C left, and then go back to Lactic cam after the wall kick. To do my own horn again, I like to do it, but it's also like kind of stupid looking. It's not stupid, but like there are a lot of like small lag reductions you can do throughout the game that we haven't really cared about until maybe a year or two ago.
I think that's the case for a lot of lag reductions. It really just takes someone to start doing it RTA and like showing that it's a consistent strat for everybody else to start picking it up.
Because like middle tier runners, like people who had a 49 say like would be better lag reductions than Cheese, but it didn't matter if Cheese was just gonna save a bunch of time with movement and strats, or just consistency at least. But now we're kind of at the point where it's like, all right, I want to get a 46. How can I save 10 seconds? It's like, you could either do this like hard optimization to save 0.5, or you could do like, these 4 lag reductions that all save like 0.3, and it's like, give me the lag reduction, I'll take that, So it's kind of like just been like the natural progression of risk and reward. It's like, low effort, low gain, but better than like a high effort, low gain strat.
Right, you don't want to do the high risk, high reward kind of strats.
Yeah.
That being said, like I'm sure we're going to see more and more. A lot of stuff is like
high risk, low reward, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like as we get further on in this game, it's going to be like probably more single star strats coming out.
Yeah.
Of course, not in this race. I'm pretty sure they're just going to play for the consistency.
Yeah, keep in mind that the timer is about 6 seconds off, so it looks like Punky's ahead by like 4 seconds. Maybe not quite, but Dwhatever's ahead by just a couple. But still, what an insane Woms to have a 644 with missed Owlus, and Punky gonna get like a 648 or 645, I don't know. I don't know what it was. That's why you're here, so I'll blame you.
Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, second slide.
Don't ask you to check Discord.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, you got a slide guess?
12 fives from both.
Ooh. 12-8? 12-7, okay.
Alright,
I was right for D, wrong for Punky. Absolutely disappointing. How could you have ever gotten the 47-23 with a 12-8 slide? But you know what? We'll have to let it go. It's a race. Sometimes you can't reset over a 12-8.
I would never reset over a 12-8. That's a good time for me.
I was just joking. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure these players do feel that sometimes. They're like, fuck, only a 12. Oh, sorry. Darn, only a 12-8. My bad.
We live in a society. Oh, we have a bit of fake sync.
Fake Snake's coming out.
Yeah, it's just, you know, Punky giving a bit of a handicap because Dwhatever is too good. So we have to slow down Dwhatever a little bit.
Right. Alright, Dark World. What did they get in the first race? Was it like, did D go for like Tsukishima or anything crazy?
He went for Zaya. He almost got it, then like messed up a little bit and got Shig. Then he almost died to the Goomba at the end, which was like quite spooky.
Okay.
Okay, Dwhatever does look like he's going for Zaya again. Nice speed kick there. Punky going over the elevator, D going under and through.
Oh my gosh.
Kinda with
This
the-
trend always looks so sick.
Yeah,
Going
it's like
under-
you're buzzing like a bee or something, like something like very, you like kind of dart around. Oh, that's exactly what happened last race. Dwhatever, but this time he's gonna fall off. Punky might just be handed an early game advantage.
Probably
That's exactly what
bigger lead.
happened.
Yeah,
Dwhatever
oh my
missed
gosh.
the red in the middle, and he had to turn around and get it. And that's why he missed Ice Cycle.
This is probably a larger lead than all of last race.
Yeah, Punky is ahead by maybe like 40 seconds, 4-0. Actually, no, like 30 some because of the desync. But this is huge. Dwhatever can't really push his advantage like he did last race. This is kind of where Punky's consistency will just let him weather it for however long he needs to.
Oh, that was looking a little shaky from D again. Might be feeling the nerves a little bit. But all good, cleaning it up.
Like, this isn't over, of course. But with someone like Punky, he's the best person to take advantage of this. Where last race, Dwhatever died, I mean, didn't die, and was in the lead by maybe like 15-ish seconds the whole like lobby and basement. Punky is now in a position where he can just drive the pace. And Dwhatever either has to like try to go ham to catch up, which he should just play like he normally does. You shouldn't try to do extra things because you'll obviously mess up more than you'll save. But
His regular strats are better than Punky's, so he can just make up that time if he plays it consistently.
but now it's like he does have to play like he did last race to like make up that time. If Punky doesn't mess up, because Punky still barely messed up in the previous race. He got a 48-10. Like, that's absolutely insane. You can't mess up much and get a 48-10. But if Punky plays like he did, Dwhatever is also going to have to play like he did to make this one close and tippy.
Yeah. Alright, already looking like a cleaner sky jump from Dwhatever. And the big thing is to like not let that Dark World Death stay in your mind too long when you're racing. Got to be able to bounce back from that.
Yeah, that's one thing D did mention in his video, that like when you have to get used to finishing no matter what, it can really help you get over the mental hurdles.
Alright. Okay, and the stream is back. Okay. Wall kicks will work, probably the only scary star in CCM. If you mistime that wall kick, but both players getting it very easily.
Alright, Dwhatever coming into the beginning of the 100 coin. Punky is about halfway done with the slide already. More than halfway done.
Okay, rolling out over the edge. Well, I guess that's the strat for these guys, because they don't grab that red. Cool slide entry. That triple jump dive is pretty hard to execute.
Yeah, because it's also like when you come out from a warp, like if you guys haven't played the game much, it's like if you want to hold a direction, you'll just start moving as soon as Mario gets control, right? But if you want to get that triple jump, you have to pretty much kick immediately and then double jump immediately. You don't have enough room on the fence to like walk around a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want to wait, it's not faster. So you just have to like know the timing. And also, it's very hard, surprisingly, to have like a 1-frame double jump. Just tap A for 1 frame and then let it go. I mean, you might be able to press A for more than 1 frame, but it's like when you try to do a small double jump, it's like, I don't know, a bigger risk of mistiming it or like messing up somewhere else, I guess. Just mechanically. Oh, fake sync, we're back. Except Punky is farther ahead.
Yeah. Looks like 25-second difference between the players out of CCM, according to chat. Sounds about right. Oh, Dwhatever, missing a ground pound, that's going to be very costly. Probably like 18 or 19 seconds by my estimate.
Oh, Punky bonking though.
Yep.
Bit of a voodoo curse.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I only recently learned that in this boo fight, like, the reason why you can hit the boo with the long jump is Mario has, like, a hitbox when he's, like, in the sliding animation of the long jump. That's, like, a crazy tight window to hit that long jump with, I feel.
I don't know, like, maybe I'm kind of a pleb about it, but, like, I've done that strat for quite a while, and I always felt like just kind of like run into him and long jump. Because I think like maybe the boo doesn't hit you immediately, and if you notice, like when you go to ground pound the boo, it's like you can hit him from kind of far away. So like, well, I guess the timing might be kind of specific. You have like a decent positional window to do it.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to mess with that more. Alright. So
You're still salty that you ignored him when he told you.
Yeah. I hardly ever listen to that guy, so it's understandable.
Yeah. Alright, Punky punch grab once again. Easy English mips. Very slow. Not even like a Binny mips. It's like way slower. It's more of like
For those of you asking why we can't
it?
pause and unpause the stream, it's because we're looking at Punky's stream live. It's not being played through VLC like it normally is, so we can't pause the stream. If we pause and unpause, it's just going to skip ahead to wherever his stream's at.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, boy, but unfortunately, the VLC links weren't like showing up or whatever, and that's why we were delayed to begin with.
Yeah.
Fake sync again, except Dwhatever's coming in for his first plus. With them regrowing the bomb, I think Dwhatever was maybe a little bit faster on the bomb grab somehow, but really solid. Punky didn't go for Tomo plus, or did he?
He did,
he was just a bit slow.
but he screwed up something on the pyramid. I didn't actually see exactly what it was, but they were synced for the Tomo plus.
But yeah, really good star for D.
Alright, second Tomo plus. And that's good.
Dwhatever is really killing it out here. Like, you can see the side by side when he saves time over Punky. It's not because Punky messed up. He kind of did, but it's really just Dwhatever has to like be a god.
Yeah, he's literally just not messing up at all. Like small mistakes are bound to happen in the course of a run, but even those are being minimized by Dwhatever.
Alright, 1 star left for Punky, and 2 left for Dinner. You know, funny thing about Dinner is it sounds like dinner, and Punky originally didn't want to race live because it would mess up when he could eat dinner.
Awesome. Alright, heading into LOL. Probably, I don't know. I feel like this is an easy stage, but like, It's very easy to make small mistakes in it. Starting out with reds. Most people like that option just because you don't have to deal with that text box at the start.
Yeah.
Or you trigger it and then you can just go.
Seems like we're down to about a 20-second difference. So Dwhatever is definitely caught up since being like 30-some seconds down when he died in Dark World.
Yeah. Punky is doing real well to not give him much leeway.
Yeah.
Just...
But it does show that, you know, when Punky is playing his own game, pretty much no one else can actually chip away at his lead, because you always make some mistakes in the process. So you might save like half seconds somewhere, but you lose 2 seconds on the next start, and then it's like a net loss, right? But Dwhatever is slowly but surely chipping away at this, and then you have to wonder, like, can he do this the whole run? And like, is Punky just gonna finally give him a mistake that'll let Dwhatever equalize?
Damn, these fake things.
Yeah, exactly. Nice triple jump dive strat. This saves maybe about a second or a little less. Oh, Bonk, he missed the star.
Yeah, it's crazy how much like flying actually affects you in the star. The more speed you have as you're flying, like the more time you save. And like that's why a lot of people do like the regular speed kick strat, and now D's doing this new triple jump dive rollout strat.
Let's see if D still goes for the safe lava boost. I assume he will, but if he is feeling really bold, he might go for pro. Nope.
Okay.
Regular long jump. Yeah, one of the few things where neither runner is doing anything particularly advanced. Punky splicing. Or do we get a resync, perhaps? Because now they're like...
Oh, it is
pretty much evened out.
Awesome.
Let's get a couple pogs in the chat.
Yeah, shoutouts to our restreamer. Making magic happen.
Maybe the restreamer didn't do anything, and it literally was magic.
I'll still give him the credit.
Yeah. No, sometimes genius is not, you know, when people see the things you do, but it's when you do the things that people can't see. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Opposite. Flip it.
We know what you were trying to say. It's all good. Alright. So now any lead you see is an actual lead.
And we're still doing a bit of, not exactly fake sync, but they're doing a lot of the same stars at the same times. And Dwhatever is gonna have to do bullies. Punky is finishing up. So Dwhatever leaves elevator tour for last. Quite interesting, to be honest. I don't know why anyone would leave it for last, but I guess that's what you do in 120. So fair play.
Yeah.
In Punky's case, doing bullies last is a bit more normal. But elevator is about 5 seconds faster than bullies, so it's still only about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just runner preference, right? Because like, what
This
I
order
normally
doesn't matter.
Yeah, is people like kind of pair it up in twos. They pair like wing cap with reds, and then the 2 bully stars, and then the 2 volcano stars.
Yeah. Dwhatever, splitting up the volcano family.
Yeah, breaking that mold. Maybe that's like what sets them apart to get that 46. Yeah, entering D&D. Lag reduction here plays a big factor. You want to avoid spawning that vortex as much as possible. Whirlpool, whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm all about those treasure chests. Punky's all about those anime chests. I always love Pakase for just giving me pity laughs when it's not fun. But
It's not a pity laugh, dude.
You just have a nice laugh.
I do enjoy stupid puns, to be fair. I don't make them often, but I do enjoy them. Punky splicing once more. Maybe he realized from that first race that he might need to splice to win.
Oh, decent.
Perfectly acceptable.
Alright. Dwhatever going for that front sub again can make up some time here. It's not even that much, but it's a second, maybe 2, compared to like lag reductions. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, Dwhatever missing that jump.
Now he's definitely not saving time on it. Oh, and
he
this
went
is the
off
left
the
side.
front. This is a very tricky situation. You kind of have to be on the left side here. You see that like slanted line above Mario's head there? Dwhatever needs to jump on that part, but he went a little bit too far. So Punky, after losing a little bit of ground, gained it all back.
Definitely.
Hey, will we see another Fire C swing?
Yeah, left side front sub is bad enough when you have to do it in 120, but like going forward in any other category is kind of insane to me.
Punky buffering a lot.
Yeah.
I know this isn't OOT, but like, I guess it's viable. Kappa. Well, I guess he made lava boost. Here we go. Punky is moving along.
Looking real good. Avoided that AM.
Definitely just spliced in a Fire C to win race 2. I don't think we've had like any race 3s other than Odyssey Grand Finals.
Alright, let's see if D can make the cycle. He's looking real spicy so far.
Alright, he barely made it over with the 2 boxes in the other air shaft. Very early for lava boost.
Oh wow.
You can save some time over the ending as well, because Punky did some slow movement here. Very old school. Dwhatever is going for the rollouts. It's kind of generally accepted, fast and consistent. And a side flip as well, that'll save another like half a second. So he's actually going to save like a second and a half. Maybe not a second and a half, but like a good second over Punky.
Oh my gosh, that long jump. I totally thought he was going to jump into the box. Does he normally do that?
I guess. I've heard it's like marginally faster, but I couldn't get it to be any faster because you had to avoid the box, so.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to straight up hit it. That's crazy.
I guess it is better if you like try to go for the rollout and then you like bonk your face on the side of the wall because you don't go far enough. People do that. Although you could just like kick, but like buffer kick double jump rollout and it's like about the same speed too. There's like pretty much 5 things you can do that are all exactly the same speed as long as you have good movement and don't screw around with it.
Alright, Punky, not with the greatest RNG to start out with.
Oh, he's missed 2. Is he gonna...
2 coins already.
Right, he might see if the RNG is kind. Okay.
Alright, he's doubling back for it. The other coin is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he was like all the way over. He was trying to make it downtown.
Yep. And not good Skeeter RNG either.
Yeah, a bit of a
It's like almost the worst spot that he can be.
I find where almost the worst spot is if he's like far from the switch, so you're like, alright, I'll hit the switch, he's in a good spot for the coins, and then he just like runs back
He runs
all the
away
way to the other side. Alright, Punky coming around here. About the midway point, getting that last 2 secrets.
Alright, missed coin from D already. Maybe he can double back and get it here. But no, it doesn't roll out far enough, he's just gonna leave it.
Oh, great RNG for D. Hello.
Yep.
That is biblical. He's gonna nab that Skeeter immediately. That's pretty much what his current gold had. Like, he pretty much ground pounded the boost switch and then hit the Skeeter immediately. It was like in the super fortuitous position.
Must have paid off the Skeeter before starting the run.
Apparently.
That's what he took the break for.
Okay, got
Now
kind of
we know.
screwed. Alright, Dwhatever did miss a coin at the very beginning. He might still do that Mario Cam lag reduction on the Chucky though, but as we saw last time, as you know, same with that one, it's very easy to miss coins. That one, it's not so bad because you set up and double jump under a box, you almost always get everything. But the Chucky is a bit more unpredictable, but Dwhatever still... Oh my god!
That
was so
in the
close.
ledge. Oh my gosh.
What happened there is the wood plank... I know you know what happened, but I'm saying the wood plank and the kind of dark rock, like, I don't know, circle. There's a little gap there. He ran over it. Usually when you go over a gap like that, it counts as like Mario falling briefly and you'll get a double jump. So that's why Mario stuttered. And then when that happened, Dwhatever had to roll out again. And he was barely able to touch the very end of that platform. If he had missed it, he would have fallen all the way down and had to do a costly backup that would have lost like 10 seconds.
Oh, missing triple jump wall kick though.
So yeah,
that's really
usually...
unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
I think Punky nailed both of his, so make it probably widening the lead a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to get these triple wall kicks every time. But Punky still able to do it. Dwhatever missed one. Will he go for the other? He doesn't have to, but he might feel like he does. Alright. Good. He barely made that one.
Yeah, knowing his consistency with the trick, it was almost like a guarantee he'd go for it. Because when he messed up the last time, it was like he got a single jump out, or he landed on the wrong slope, so you couldn't do the double jump. So it was just a little bit of an error in the positioning. Here we go, THI secrets. Drop your THI sucks emotes in the chat if you have them. Oh my god, Punky! Talking to the Haven't seen that before.
Out to the world record where Punky talked to the sign in the Wet Dry World.
Oh yeah, that was also insane.
That will be a clip, I'm sure of it. Everybody clip that now. I need it for later.
Alright, so D has a good chance to make up some time on this.
Hey, we're kind of rude. The Ballgame is friendly. He just wants to help us open a cannon, but we're like, no, shut up. I'm done. I don't want to talk to you. And, you know, it's kind of sad, but, you know, what can we do? It's not our fault. We're just trying to go fast.
I mean, the nice thing is, even if you talk to that Ballgame, you at least don't have the cannon opening animation. In this stage, at least.
Oh, yeah, because of the big island.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so less than the top of the huge island. Star apart. Oh no! D messing up. That's a really hard clip to get. Yeah. Especially because you want to get out of the water as soon as possible, so you can get that long jump out.
Punky splicing for the 7th time today.
I think we limited at 10, so if we see another 3 splices, you're going to have to DQ and tap it.
Yeah.
So keep count, chat. We're relying on you.
I'll do whatever, wrapping it up. So he is about 30 seconds behind.
Alright, TTM.
Well, no, about 25 because of timer desync.
Going for Breezeless, gets it. Easy. According to Punky, at least.
Yeah.
TTM's a very fun stage to do. I've recently been practicing it a lot, especially TTM Reds.
Yeah, some of the coolest stars in upstairs. I was wondering if you're being sarcastic or not because of like the whole 30 EC stage thing, but it's actually quite fun, I think.
Yeah, like, okay. I really hated this stage. It was like my least favorite until I actually practiced the stars in it. So like TTM Reds is I'm getting okay at it now. But these players, you're gonna see like literally top tier TTM Red.
Yeah, Dwhatever lost like another 7 seconds for that breezeless fail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, TTM Reds, Punky hasn't done it. Dwhatever's going to go in for it now, I assume. And that could give him a nice little boost. Killing that Goomba, he has no time for casual interactions.
And that speed kick, jump dive, roll out, oh my god, everything is so perfect.
He also cuts the rollout angle like so tight, like it just is like a knife right between the 3rd and 4th red. It just absolutely kills it.
Yeah. flawless TTM Reds.
Phenomenal talent.
And also, it shows like the confidence that Dwhatever has in his gameplay, because like he does the lower stars first and then goes up for the mountain clip. Doesn't he? Like he knows he's gonna hit log wall kick.
Yeah. And on the other hand, Dwhatever's like, whatever happened before, I'll just like get back into my zone for TTM Reds, and I'll just knock out like a mid 23 or something. He just kind of has that separate sphere of existence almost. See, Punky plays it safe, relatively speaking. Oh, this is so safe. I think he had a bad angle.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do anything.
He holds the world record for the single star for Reds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he also holds
less than the strat that he went for.
Yeah, Punky with a bit of baby Reds. Bit of accusation coming out on the chat, but I can't say they're wrong.
D definitely making up time on that Reds. But as for the stage itself, probably breaks even because he lost, or he didn't get that breezeless. Dwhatever also does an interesting block strat. It looks like the noob strat, but he does it really fast because I don't want to say he YOLOs it because I'm sure he's doing something to set up that angle, but it almost looks like he's YOLOing it.
Yeah, he does the normal setup. It is technically the noob strat, but it's not much slower because he does actually space out his dives quite well. It is slower because you don't land right on the box with the correct angle, but he just said for some reason he doesn't like doing the Mario Cam setup. Something about dropping down or maybe having the angle right.
Yeah, the Mario Cam strat is a little bit scary. I still do the noob strat, so it's always a pog to see that. So you see a top runner doing the same strat that I do.
We apologize for Punky. Yeah, I think that's one of the things like I always want to like impress upon new viewers is that, oh no, Dwhatever not getting over. This is a terrible mistake. You get really stuck down here if you're not careful. He gets out of it fine, but that's still like a maybe 10-ish second time loss.
Yeah, it's a huge time loss.
It's really rough because when you see that strat, it's like, okay, you get a lot of speed from the slope, you jump over. Well, it depends how much speed you have when you hit the slope. If you're like barely touching it, it takes some time to build up. If you kick onto it, you'll be able to jump pretty quickly. But also, you take too long and you don't make it over because you're too low. So there is a bit of a sweet spot you have to hit.
Ooh. Speed kick, double jump strat for what is that? The maze?
Deep freeze. He's a spicy German sausage.
Alright, and cleaning up with Kill with the Bully. Pretty easy star. Hardly anybody messes that up. And Punky splicing his way through the basement.
Yeah, I think he's doing like a bit of tasks where he just wants to like, you know, to go one frame at a time, except skipping 100 frames in between.
It looks like he got punch grab on Nips though, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I only saw one frame of it. Alright, Dwhatever going for the dive. And you know, string completely down for Punky. I'm sure we'll get it back up in a moment. But you guys can take a look at Dwhatever and that incredible slide kick over the fence. It's small optimizations like that that are just super awesome to see that you don't see other runners doing. Another big one that comes to mind is like in TTC 100, he does like a lag reduction over the 70 coin box.
Yeah,
and
or
he
like
kind of like jumps down blind.
Well, he does a lag reduction for both the 70 and 80 coin blocks, but I think the 80 coin is like with the super nutty Mario Cam.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Good box jump there. So when Punky re-entered HMC, you see how Dwhatever's screen fades to white? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say when the Punky like spawned in the stage, the camera just stayed fixed on the ceiling because like the ceiling is just non-existent, so to just make it black.
Right.
As you can see when he drops in. All right. Last stars should be Christmas Miracle. Dwhatever's got 2 more. Still looking like a good 30-second lead for Punky. With those, a couple, you know, not major mistakes, but still.
Yeah, that's a really nice lead to have into Tippy.
Yeah.
It almost like, it's like a buffer of 1 death in like Rainbow Ride, so, you know, he's playing comfy now. And this is kind of like what you expect for most of Dwhatever's races, like him just playing consistently all throughout the race. He really held on to this lead.
Alright, entering at, or touching the tippy door at 39:33. So it's going to be more than 30 seconds. Now there's a lot that can happen, but looks like Punky is pretty likely to be able to take race 2 and bring us that epic conclusion.
Yep.
I love the single jump back 2 bounce.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
He's not pushing it too hard, not going for anything crazy strat-wise.
You'll probably see crazier strats coming out from D. I think he does glitchy wall kick, black 2 bounce, and then he also does like the glitchy. I don't know if it's a glitchy wall kick or not for swinging in the breeze, but he does that one as well.
Yeah, not like the glitchy wall kick, but he does like that weird triple jump wall kick and then the long jump.
Oh, missing his kick into the stage.
Okay, doing triangles now.
Oh,
you can do a backflip back up here. That was actually not bad. That was really good. Whatever, getting the bounce.
I've never seen anybody do it happen to it before.
Oh my
but,
god,
like...
this is face flashbacks. You can't grab it.
Oh no, the pole. All right, that was quite a time loss. But I had a question. So like for tricky triangles, like when you take a bonk like that, can you actually fall off from that gap? Because I've never seen anybody do it, but I feel like that threat is always there.
I don't think so. I think there's like not enough vertical space, but you can really easily fall off if you like touch the triangles while they're not flat, because then they'll.
Oh yeah, you get insane speed.
All right, reds from Denner. Not as cool as TTM reds, but still pretty cool. Nice jump dive through the second red. Oh, just a little too far.
Yeah. But good backup at the end.
Yeah.
Alright, so what you're seeing from Punky right now is the standard swinging in the breeze strat that most runners go for. Dwhatever's probably going to do a little harder one. But he's still got tricky triangles left to do as well.
Alright, Dwhatever going for triangles first. Actually grabbing the second donut block. That, like, the angle you can take is not too lenient. You kind of have to grab either the first or like from the first corner to like the middle of the second donut block. You don't have that much room when you're trying to like hold a split second off angle on your stick. So that's what kind of makes it not very beginner friendly. But overall, Dwhatever's had plenty of experience with the star. Now this angle is a bit tougher because you might see with the tricky triangles angle, you're kind of going straight ahead. For that one, you have to go like angled to the right. And almost getting the good ending. He didn't commit to the dive because he knew he didn't have enough speed to grab the star. It's another
interesting
part of that where you need it to be quite crispy.
Alright, Punky showing off a real consistent TC 100.
Yeah, let's see it come up to the ending. you know, he didn't die at any of the usual places. Taking a bonk.
Taking a bonk.
Don't curse it now. Okay. No invis wall. Getting all the coins there. And
yeah, that was a nice coin spread from the box. Actually, for the last 2 boxes, very nice coin spread.
Yeah.
Of course, at this level, neither player goes for the safety start.
Maybe CD whatever here. Coming up to the second half of the star.
Oh, getting a ledge grab.
Unfortunate ledge grab. But he's quite fast. He can definitely make up the time that ledge grab costs just with movement over this star. He's gonna go for the dive. There he goes. Absolute flex. That's the jump dive rollout. That's so spicy.
Yep. Like forever ingrained in my brain is gonna be a clip of Dwhatever starting his 100 coin after Benji and then like slowly catching up and passing him up at the end. That was actually insane.
Yeah. Because Benji only made like one small mistake. It was just like Dwhatever killing it.
Yeah, he was literally just killing it.
Punky had a bit of a mistake on pendulums. Didn't get a good long jump angle to the kind of place where you'd actually get the star and had to do a slow side flip ledge grab get up thing. Punky looking like a Kopit stream out here for a split second, grabbing the roll with the cage star.
Yeah. Dwhatever
much cleaner. Alright, there's a few left. Punky's got 3 more to go. Dwhatever has 4, but also a toad.
Yeah. Punky notorious for doing toad early. But I think a lot of players are, I don't know if they're switching over to it, but they're realizing that it seems like it's faster just to grab toad before, and a little more comfy.
Alright, we might see a race 3 if Punky doesn't make any mistakes. There's plenty of spots to die, like even on these stars with time stop. Sometimes on moving bars you can fall down. And in bits, you never know what can happen. If you go from moving right side and you fall down, or even if you miss moving left or like left side in the wrong way, you can like ledge grab the side of the wood block and fall to your death. And they're really stupid.
Can't do anything with Mario in that state.
Yeah. So there's still a win.
Alright. Okay, clean reds. Gonna make his way over to Tippy. Badger, are you there? Might have cut out a little bit. It's okay. Alright. So, Punky heading into Tippy. Like Badger was saying, it's very hard to get those moving left and right. We'll see what he chooses to go for.
Yeah, I got like disconnected for a little bit there.
Welcome back. And Dwhatever, not too far behind. On top of this, you have to hit all the throws, and I don't know what's going through Punky's mind right now, because he had a super consistent race 1 and still lost it, so he might still be nervous thinking that Dwhatever's ahead, or just like on pace. And actually going for the poles, maybe he knows his lead now.
I want to say that if he went for moving right, he could have got 47, but now he can't because he went for the pole. Oh, Punky missing some cycles. That's not going to decide the race, but losing quite a bit of time at the end of bits here. Yeah. You can pretty much get the exact same low 48 that he did last time. The 47-27 fade out, so you can get like 48-07, 48-08 maybe.
Oh, yeah, notice in the chat that Punky went for the poles last time. I was not paying attention.
Dang.
Alright. First throw is a go.
Dwhatever moving right. And he's not going to connect the triple jump. All that's left is for Punky to hit the last throw. And the victory in Mario came to seal the deal. We are going to a race 3.
This is super hype. Alright, Dwhatever getting those practice reps in for His triple jump wall kicks. Not looking too great. This is not what you want to see going into race 3.
48.09 and 48.10. What a crazy grand final performance this is for Punky.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like no one gets times this good this often.
Right.
This
Consistency really is just on another level.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we're gonna take another short little break and then hit race 3.
Oh no, indeed, missing a throw. Punky saying in the back room he would have been pissed if he lost with that, which is totally acceptable. But yeah, I too will be right back. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Alright, so Dwhatever really struggling on these throws, but finally gets his last one in, getting I guess high 49. Still sub 50. Actually amazing. But yeah, between race 1 and 2, only being a second apart for a 48-minute race, that's insane. Punky's consistency is like, it's unbelievable, to be honest. Alright, just making sure the racers are ready.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Drink a lot of water. You have to take a couple breaks.
Yep, gotta stay hydrated for commentary. Alright, files are clear. They are ready to go, and we're gonna start race number 3.
Alright, chat. It's time to pick an emote. I want to see a wall of... Let's go Pepe Comfy. Let's get a nice wall. Do we have Pepe Comfy? Okay, here we go. Let's get a nice wall of Pepe Comfy going. Or any Pepe Comfy emote. We have Comfier and Comfy Blanket.
I'm definitely comfy right now. I got water, got some hot chocolate. It's a good night.
It's me, Mario.
Might just have to throw out a couple D comfies as well. I'm sorry I don't have your emotes, Punky. I am biased. Fun fact, I think I had a small part in creating the comfy piranha. Or at least he was like, what should I do for my new emote? So I'm like, how about a comfy piranha? And then we got D comfy. So I like to think that I have a part in it.
Honestly, D's like, all his emotes are like literally top tier. So if you guys aren't subbed to D, go sub to him right now. He's got amazing emotes, especially his face emotes. They're the best. Drop some D-stroids in the chat if you think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I think face emotes are kind of going out of style from this kind of like old school like scuffed like face emote, but like D really pulls it off.
Yeah,
you know, it's
D's
just like
really good.
there's not anything, there's no editing, there's no like airbrushing or anything. It's just some stupid but like very appropriate face. Like D got him in DOU.
D not sure about that.
Yeah. D no homo.
Alright, Dwhatever. Going for Island Hop? What?
D ballsy.
Yep.
Can you get it? Yes!
Oh my god, that's so clean! Wow. Okay, island hop right off the bat. Let's go.
Now, if he didn't get it, that could have put him in a pretty bad position going through the entirety of Womps. But he's got it, and now he's like 5 seconds in the lead.
Yeah.
First wall kick.
Zen mode. 100%.
I want to see like his kind of Zen mode D emote now. Or with him like
D-Zen.
like Buddha, I don't like something or other, or like Universal Energy D whatever.
I was like, just take that
backlit
thumbnail from his video and upload it as an emote.
Yeah. Like 216 there, that's about a perfect island hop and bomb clip. Or as good as you're gonna get there. So really, sick start. We're not gonna see them sink until they enter Cool Mountain.
Right. Yona Smoothie, thank you for the subscription.
Where's my smoothie?
Alright. I didn't see what slide time Punky got. So I'm sure it was 12x.
Yeah, 12 point, who cares?
Right.
Sorry, chat. They let you down. You getting a 12-8.
Yep, pretty nice.
World record's dead.
Why does D have an extra star? He just did Island Hop, so he got 2 stars in BOB instead of the standard 1.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, chat's on
Let's go.
point. Let's go. You guys are the real commentators. Alright, so Womps, not one of the easier stages, honestly, in the run. It's kind of funny that the first stage you do and the last stage you do, or not, I guess not the first stage, but like, they're almost, you do like the full stage RTA for Womps and TTC.
Yeah, I think any stage you had to do, the full 7-star stage won't be one of the easy ones in 70 at least.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Womps and TTC are definitely one of the, more challenging. Like, if you had to do CCM, all the stars, it wouldn't be as bad at all.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
no,
no! We're getting
D!
stuck. Can he make this out?
No, he's not making
no!
it.
He could have gone for a kick there because he
Right.
was already out of speed.
I think honestly on that slope it's just too steep for a kick. Like you'll immediately get a dive out. It's one of those slopes.
Maybe.
But yeah, real unfortunate. Probably makes up the time that he got from Island Hop.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can say, well, his island hop is perfect, so he's not behind now.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
look at it that way. The island hop did its job. That's a loud sip of water, but also because it didn't screw on the lid of my water bottle.
Alright, Pro Cycle. How early is D?
Moderately early.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
What a backup.
Scary long jump. Yeah. You gotta have like some crazy reactions to do
It's so
that.
insane to notice that he wasn't actually going to hit the piranha, but instead like crashed into his face. So
Yeah.
he's like, alright, I will stop and then do a tiny single jump. That was like really heads up play.
Mhm. Alright. Solid
window.
100 point. Yeah.
I have to respect anything that Rock Chalk puts in chat, so Zen mode. Rock Chalk, one of the most underrated people in the community, by the way. If you guys don't know who he is, go follow him. He's like been slowly climbing up the 120 leaderboard, and he's also like a commentator and also
It's just a god game.
part of D1.
Rock Chalk. Alright, cleaning up Womps.
He also has the fan favorite camera dog.
Shoutouts to Frank. The behind the scenes SM64 runner. Mascot of GSA.
What is that?
I don't know. Looks like an ambulance just went by my apartment.
Oh. I always get sirens on like the speed police guy, so it's out of curiosity. Alright, but whatever, not yet done with Woms. You can say that maybe like a 7-10 would be perfect. Looks like he's a bit behind that. That mistake where he fell down trying to get up to Owlus, I believe, cost him about 10.
Still a really good loss.
Yeah, very solid.
So yeah, 722. I'm sure if this was just a PB attempt for him, he'd reset, but honestly, this is all you could ask for in a race.
I think they're like about tied. I'm not sure. That's a great chat message from him the Toad.
Yeah.
That'd be something Simply would do. Oh my god, Punky, you know, or Dwhatever, starting on the side, taking some fall damage, needs his ambulance to come pick him up, blah 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 blah. But, you know, they're too good.
Yeah.
Punky almost messed up the wing cap, but he just kind of like took his time to get a solid back up, doing a kick in the air. And I think that was like really good awareness of like what he needed to do, and he didn't try to be too flashy.
Some flying from D. I really gotta learn how you optimize these flying stars. You can't even really tell when you're losing time. I just check the timer at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking at top players do it and getting fast times, it's like, it's crazy. Alright, Dark World from Punky. Alright.
You try to go kind of a looping pattern around that Goomba.
Expert
Had to
dodge.
strafe in that long jump. Good dodge on that amp as well.
Yeah. RNG not
Bit
treating
late, but
Punky
under
too
control.
nicely in Dark World, but he's got the reactions, he's got the
Right.
game experience and everything.
This is D gonna get Zaya. This is where he died last time, and you saw with Punky's consistency, he was able to hold it the whole run. So is D gonna like dial it back and go for Shig? Maybe. I think he was
Maybe.
trying to go for Zaya, but he
Yeah.
realized he wasn't early enough.
Right. This is looking like a comfy shig.
You could technically make it, but you shouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
good decision. You don't want to put your whole hopes on whether you can be barely early enough to save a second.
Mm-hmm.
Another like 950-ish for Punky.
I don't know about the first race, but the last two races, D also got double firsties at the end of Dark World.
Yeah, the
Just
first
like
race he
small
didn't.
things like that. Yeah, okay. So 3 for 3 on those.
No, but he didn't get double firsties.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I would say D is barely ahead.
Yeah. Okay, Sky Jump looking dang it. I literally thought about it and cursed him with it. But yeah,
Thing.
it's still looking better than last race. Last race he missed the speed kick getting up there.
Decent flying. Almost rolled out on the corner. I'm surprised he went over it.
Alright.
Alright, see some door touch, 1042.
Yeah. Maybe like a 10-second lead.
That's a good call. 51, almost 10. So farther ahead than I thought he would be. With that, I didn't think Punky like missed Caneless or Owlus or anything. I'm trying to
Right.
remember.
But he just does like, oh my gosh, dude, crouching. Alright, but yeah, Punky does like full setup cannon, so he's
Yeah.
losing time there. And then I guess that slide off wasn't too much for D.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like he did make some mistakes, like wing cap, slower Woms 100, but generally it's the movement, not the strats. So
Right.
crazy to see Dwhatever coming back from that kind of belly slide fiasco to actually save time independent of Island Hop.
It's insane that that's the biggest mistake so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like see some really cringe woms, you can pretty much watch anyone else get like a 730 or something.
Right.
Us included, like.
Yeah. I'd be happy with a 730
occasionally get a decent woms, but these guys will get a pretty insane one almost every time. Like 954 Dark Road is like really solid.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Dwhatever is still ahead by so much. But he's already done with 100.
I also like that D does the double jump kick to get the star. I assume it's slightly faster. It just looks cool.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't really know.
You just gotta be real careful with it because you have to grab the coin while Mario still has upwards momentum so that you can ground pound and grab the star. If he's already at peak height when you ground pound, you'll miss it. Not a problem that you have with triple jumping into that red coin.
That makes sense.
Shoutouts to Lance. I'm pretty sure he brought that optimization to D.
Which one?
The double jump kick for the star.
So Dwhatever still got like a 1310, which is nuts because we can probably say he lost about 10 seconds to that belly side, which means the rest of the run was pretty much perfect. With Chick Cycle as well. And the 1320 for Punky is still very respectable.
See if Punky can get some redemption on the big boost star from last time. Not take a bonk as he does a side flip wall kick that D just performed.
There he goes. Dwhatever with a nice long jump kill. Going around for the third hit. Okay, almost bonked there. I think he kind of actually had to pull back a little bit, but it looked very optimal. When he cut that corner close. Zen Machine ironically says Dwhatever is clear on performance enhancing supplements. No, he's just in Zen mode.
Yeah. There could not have been a better time for him to release that video. And then have this performance in Grand Finals.
I bet I know what the next video is gonna be.
Alright. Looking like clean. Or cleaning up BBH very nicely.
Time for shifting sand land. Sand land.
Or that slow mips and a punch grab, probably, from both players.
Yeah, Dwhatever didn't do the punch grab, so I don't know if he just didn't like his angle or what. There he goes.
Alright.
First nips is quite easy to grab.
I know some people always they almost complain about mips being too slow when they like overshoot the grab and miss them. You do have to make quite an adjustment to grab the starting mips when you're playing on English.
Big bomb. Alright, great plus for the first one, and also like he ground pounds as he's ascending. He doesn't like mess around at all. Bonk going for a save plus.
Yeah.
Not gonna worry with Tama. Shoutouts to Tama. Also follow him.
I wonder what changed his mind because he did Tama plus last time. Maybe it was like the little mishap he had on the pyramid. Maybe it was a bad angle. But Dwhatever getting two really clean Tama plus.
Maybe. But maybe he's also thinking that like he played so well in the first two races that like not doing Tama plus won't keep him from a low 48, so why not just take this comfy?
That makes
But
sense.
you will see Dwhatever save like 6 or more seconds just by doing Tama Plus because it's such a good strat. Yeah, coming out from the chat, Dwhatever nailed like all 6 Tama Plus attempts, which is pretty sick. Usually we'll miss it every now and then.
Anytime D raids anybody now, it's just gonna be Zen mode. That's like gonna be his calling card.
Yeah, Comfy Piranha Zen mode. Punky knocking down Klepcho, grabbing that Talon Star, and Dwhatever going to be wrapping up with a sub 1730 SSL. Great time. He did do Island Hop this run, but that little mistake come up to Owlus probably cost him about 10 seconds, but that was really the only thing to note in this entire run. Still going insane.
Yep.
This is what a world record holder looks like.
Both of these players are world record holders in their own right.
Yeah. Punky is currently second in 70 and 120. But in any like statistical race metric other than D getting a 47.38 like an hour and a half ago, he is definitely number one.
Yeah.
It's great that we got to see a new race world record tonight.
Can't ask for a better grand finals.
Will that chop jump dive be far enough? Yes, it is. He would have a very fast get in that flight. If you watch Punky when he does the wing cap, I don't think he's done it yet. You notice that he just kind of glides along at kind of a leisurely pace here, where Dwhatever just kind of like zooms out of that triple jump.
Looks like he's just picking up more and more speed as he's going. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna miss that whole star from Punky.
Now let's see this lava boost for D. Quite simple inputs on this one.
Yeah.
And safe full strat.
I think Commentators' curse only applies to in-game, or at least I hope so. If I just curse the stream, I am very sorry.
Couldn't ask for better grand finals. Punky couldn't ask for better internet, apparently.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get it back up as soon as possible. Don't worry, guys. Just enjoy the run from D.
I mean, this is still like technically a PB attempt. It's definitely good enough.
Right. I asked D the other day, like, what he thought a comfy, or like 46 pace run would be out of Fire Sea, and I think he said like sub 3505 was good.
So like 2505 you mean?
Or 2505, my bad.
But yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get like a 24 Fire Sea, that is definitely pace, but no one's ever gotten better than like a 2452 or 53. So it's like so hard to play that well. So
Yeah, for real.
generally a 47-0X is kind of borderline 46 territory, but you gotta play so well to have a shot. Alright there, D coming in with his final star in Lethal Lava Land. Getting a 2050 or 51. I think his first race was about this good as well. Like he had like a 20. It's either like a 40 something or a 50 something.
Mm-hmm.
You're now entering.
One of the more
water
awkward
level.
parts of castle movement is like this LLO movement to D&D, and it's always like a pleasure to see Dwhatever execute it perfectly, because it's like some weird angles you gotta hold. when you're trying to get through there so you don't bonk on any walls.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we got some info in the back room. Punkay's internet has died. And we're getting it back up right now.
We sent a technician to his house and they already fixed it. They don't call us speedrunners for nothing.
Right. We speedrun every aspect of life.
Yes.
Here we go.
I'm enjoying these memes in the chat. Pretty cringe if you ask me.
For sure. Alright. So, we're gonna see another front sub attempt from D. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll decide to just go back sub if he knows he's in the lead.
It's true.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
Especially missing it last time. Yeah. See. Okay, camera setup for front sub.
Okay, just a bit of swing behind him, but he is no Michael Phelps, won't be able to catch up just in the water. But if he whatever messes up, we could see this be whittled down, but he's got the front sub once again. He is not afraid of anything.
Right. Punkay taking the comfy route, going for back sub.
You know what I'm afraid of?
What's that?
Oh no, the back sub!
I hope it wasn't that, because dang, you just called it.
That was not remotely what I had in mind. But if you think of it as like Dwhatever went for front sub, you know, it didn't pay off. It was a very ambitious strat. It doesn't work out all the time. Punky goes for back sub, doesn't get the right angle, falls off the side, loses way more time.
Right.
Maybe not way more time, but like with the easy strat, the goal is to not lose time. So, bit of a surprising mistake there. I was about to say, I fear the day that either of these players stop playing because we're gonna miss out the day they hang it up.
That's very true.
Alright, D. Lava boost. Come on, you got it. The last race, you gotta get it now.
Yep. Ooh, grinded up against the wall a little bit there. Not a big deal. Looking a little bit shaky, but pretty sure he's still good to make the cycle.
Also, that side flip to the pole more than makes up for it. When he's like that close to grabbing it at the top, like there's no time wasted. So yeah, he's got it. Alright, let's see this ending. Sometimes you can be too early and then be too low when you side flip and you won't get a wall kick, and that's depressing because you've done the movement so well, then you don't get any payout.
Yeah. Literally being too early is a problem I feel like I'll never have.
Punky coming around here, getting the ledge grab.
Ledge grab.
That's actually a very rare mistake. You might not be able to notice it, but if you go back and like scan the frames, you'll see when Punky did the triple jump, he kind of like warped from like a higher plane to a lower plane. I don't know why this happens, but it's like there's a gap between the slope of the bottom of the cage and then like the elevator. Punky like gets jobbed down to that like kind of halfway point, and then there's no way, no matter how good your wall kicks are, you're gonna ledge grab. It's just like a bad spacing of your jumps. And it's very rare, but like there was no way he was gonna make it through this elevator shaft without a ledge grab, and that cost him the lava boost.
That's new information to me. That's interesting to know. Alright.
Yeah, I can tell like when Mario gets like kind of seems jolted downward when I do the triple jump, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ledge grab here, and it's like, I don't know what causes it.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before, but I just assumed it was like bad wall kicks.
I mean, it can be bad wall kicks too.
Yeah.
But back to the race, D is on fire pace.
Definitely.
So like, going into Wet Dry World, you might say that's like almost 30 seconds after your Fire C split. That means this Fire C split was like a 25 OX. I didn't catch it, but it's probably like 25-10 or better, if anyone can confirm. Which is, like we said, world record pace going into upstairs. Imagine in one night, race world record and world record. I can't do it, but if anyone can make the impossible a reality, it is the man on the left side of your screen. So
Nice
there's so much to
double
watch
jump
right
there.
now. Get your friends in here, by the way. If your friends are normies and they don't want to watch, tell them too bad. This is cool. You could be witnessing history right now.
Go tweet it out, do whatever you have to. Call them up, text
Did
them.
you say D whatever
them
you
out
have to?
No, I was saying do
I just
whatever
heard
you
that.
have to.
Okay, I just heard D whatever because that's all I can think of right now.
Yeah.
Oh, good RNG for Punky. That was nice. All right, will he do the lag reduction again? Is he pushing his luck? Can he get the coins once again? All
He
5.
does.
I don't know what he does, but maybe that's worth looking into for more people. But it seems like that's so hard to rely upon.
I need some like ultra advanced level tutorials from D.
Yeah, we need like some NASA scientists to analyze the RNG values and project like a rocket trajectory to intercept cores.
He probably knows exactly how much dust he has and how the coins are going to spread because of the dust or something ridiculous like that.
He's counting every dust frame throughout the run.
Yeah.
To know the RNG.
Alright.
You know, dropping down, getting the triple jump walk that he missed last race. He didn't fall down, he just didn't get the triple jump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great phrasing from CCM or CC Matt. I always just see CCM. This D guy is psycho good.
He really is.
Big D whatever energy. I mean, I'd drink that.
Alright. Second triple jump wall kick, all good.
Also, you might not notice the difference, but like Punky will, like most players, go for like a short double jump into the box. Whatever just goes for like a single jump using the momentum from that rapidly spinning kind of octagon there. That little kind of oyster thing to hit the box on one jump. Kind of cool.
I wonder if it's possible that he could bonk on that, because like that looks like it would be easy to bonk there.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him do it.
Alright, Punky starting his triple jump from quite low. Yeah, that was not going to work out. I could just see from like where he started the jump, it was going to be quite difficult to adjust. This is a solid backup, getting around here. Not losing too much time. And as Zashwan said, the real big mistake, the biggest thing that happened was in Woms. Not getting up to Owless and losing like 10 seconds. If I had to guess, his best possible time right now is like 46-45 or something.
That's actually insane. But yeah.
I mean, if I just had to guess, I don't know his pace. But like thinking of D's summer best is like 46-18, which is absurd.
Yeah, 46-18 is absurd. And the fact that he can play within like 45 seconds to a minute of that time consistently.
Alright, 2 stars left in Tiny Huge Island. You know, he might say for a lot of other competitions where, you know what, you're a man, but Punky is a machine, right? Because there's just something about him that you can't ever get the best of. But Punky might be a machine, but D is a god. Like, there is nothing you can do to compete with this.
Yeah. He's really holding
not
this lead that he has. Usually it's Punky that's holding the leads, but D's just been consistent from the start.
Yeah.
He went for that nutty island hop. He is like playing to win this grand finals.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in SM64.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best, but I can't think of anything better. At least in a race setting.
Good clip from Punky.
So, we're about 30 minutes in. It's crazy to think that entering TTM, D could only have like 16 more minutes of speedrun, when it feels like half the game, but or at least a third of it. But you know, when you're talking about a 46, that is a third of the time, so what do you know? It's Zen mode at its finest. Breezes, can he get it? Yes, he does.
Okay.
Alright, that was one thing that could have maybe put a damper on the pace.
Right. Okay, you grab the star. Okay, no. He had to... That grandpa was just a little bit too low. Alright, and see another Reds come out from Dwhatever.
Alright. Here come the Reds. Also a beautiful entry to the maze.
Reds again. This is what single star grind is all about. Getting this level of consistency in a run. And D's
Punky
like,
missing it, barely
"Oh,
going outside of the fence.
That's unfortunate.
More time in D's pocket, but Dwhatever is not worried about beating Punky. He is trying to beat himself for the ultimate title. It is so rare. Dwhatever grinded 70 star for like the last 2 months. And like the last maybe few weeks, he was not getting any 46 pace runs deep in the game. But we have one right now. Something about the race environment can maybe give you a lot more to mess up, a lot more to worry about, but it can also put you in a place to do your best work, it seems, if you're Dwhatever.
I mean, he said it best in his own video. This is Zen mode.
This is Zen mode. He is, with his words, he is shaping his own reality here by putting his thoughts out into the world. This is like metaphysical. He is using his own like cognition to shape reality. This is his matrix.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, one more
star
star.
left.
We have remaining in the run: Snowman's Land, Hazy Maze Cave, TikTok Clock, well, Rainbow Ride, TikTok Clock, and Bowser in the Sky.
Yep.
We are getting down to the wire. And Dwhatever is still on world record pace.
Absolutely bonkers.
D is peaking, and the entire game is peaking at the same time.
I kind of half expected him to do like single star strap for Snowman's head.
Oh my god,
But,
imagine.
Just imagine that.
I would have to see Mario jump out of the painting and tear his overalls off, revealing a shredded chest and six-pack.
Back. Alright, okay, take it easy on the Reds again. Doesn't go for like the super optimal start like D.
Yeah, those weren't bad Reds
Cleans
either.
it up.
Those were just like normal human Reds.
Alright. Oh, D slightly missing the box. But that's still okay. Definitely an improvement over the last run where he took a bomb back green slope.
In a match like this, you've gone all the way to game 3 of the grand finals. Trying to beat someone who has not lost a single race this whole season. It's a mountain of a task. Punky is not going to roll over and give D this win, though. He is still in here. Despite the absolute insanity of D's pace, Punky is still, like, trying to hold himself, like, within, you know, a few seconds difference. Now it's, you know, pretty much a star behind. But, like, to be able to hold that is absolutely ridiculous to try to weather this storm. And if D can't continue to play like this, Punky can maybe surprise us in the end game and actually win this whole thing.
Yeah. I think when D knew it was over last race, he kind of fell apart in bits, so there is still a decent chance that this could go to Punky. But before we get into bits, we still have 3 more stages, including HMC and this MIPS grab.
Yeah. You know, the run kind of comes and goes in waves here.
Oh no!
What is that? Dwhatever. That was
What
a
a
very weird
bonk.
mistake. Chasing Mips over to SSL was a great idea, though, because if he had chased Mips the other way, then the bunny could have kind of ran him around in circles forever.
Yeah, ran around in circles.
That's such a weird mistake. Who would have even guessed that? I don't really know. It's probably about like a 4 or 5 second time loss.
I bet D is feeling the nerves, like, of that world record pace run.
Yeah. Like, I hope he can maintain the Zen mode. He's like going for the dives. He's like kind of holding somewhere like off the notch, and he's like, "What? Hello? Excuse me, why did I bonk there?" So you just gotta bring it back in.
Yeah.
And Punky is heading down to HMC too. Alright, box jump here. Box jump is not an easy start either. It takes a little bit of getting used to because there's not so much space to land on, and also you need enough space to triple jump. I mean enough speed to triple jump, so you have to like kind of monitor a few factors and have them in
And until you do the star for yourself,
synergy.
like, you don't even realize that, or at least I didn't, that like the players are lag reducing that whole time. If you just like do the triple jump, box triple jump, then you'll eat a bunch of lag as you're going down. But they have to like constantly mash C left and stuff. I don't know the full lag reduction for it, but it's actually
not too much. You just do match C left and Mario cam C down, and also when you are about to land on the star, you can go back into lag to cam C left, but it doesn't really lag too much more.
Yeah.
Once you get like most of the way there. Out of water, but we don't need it.
Right.
Because maybe this world record drought is about to be over.
Drought has been like a week or two.
He got his 4708 a good month ago, right?
Oh, has it really been a month already? Dang. Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't guess the way he's playing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Alright. Here's the thing. His last star is going to be watched for Rolling Rocks. I don't know if he can get 46 with this. I don't want to say it's possible, because then if he doesn't, it seems like he would have messed up.
So before he came down into basement, I think Chubby posted in chat that was plus 13 on world record. So it's
where he missed the throw.
Yeah, where he missed the throw, but still, it's probably dead with that MIPS grab.
Yeah, like he got a 38.30, so to get a 46, you would need it to be like an 8-minute 30 tippy. That's not really humanly feasible. But I think he could pretty much get... Well, first of all, he could definitely crush his race world record that he set like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, that's still on the table.
And he could get very close to the current world record.
It'd be really funny if he beat Punky's PB.
Alright, here he comes into Rainbow Ride. Are all, the planets aligning at the right moment? You gotta wonder. Nice glitchy walking. Like, he's still going for everything, though. It only takes one thing to kind of pull the rug out from under him. Like, if he missed a glitchy walk, it's like, just kind of a dead weight, like a hammer drop,
Yeah, going for world record is literally walking on a tightrope every star he does.
Yeah.
Especially in Tippy.
Alright, Punky up to the tippy door. Surprisingly far behind for how good of a run this is for him as well. Alright, Dwhatever coming on the reds. Not going so try-hard, to be honest. Still getting the right movement.
Oh my
no,
gosh.
Same thing.
Same mistake as last time. Same back as last time. Very nice.
Recovering.
Yeah.
Good lag 2 bounce for Punky. But, he might need a bit more than this. Not that, like, he could catch up to D on pure strats and movement, but...
That was a little sketchy of a long jump that Punky took to get to the ship.
Yeah, bonking on the cruiser is kind of a nightmare situation.
It really is. You do all the hard stuff and you just mess up.
Yeah, also remember I like with swinging in the breeze, you can do a camera setup to make the angle notched. But if you're going to do an off-notch angle, there's always the chance that, you don't hold the right position. Because it's not actually rigidly defined in the controller for you. Okay, going still on the reds, but getting a good dive over the 5th. Come down here, grabbing the rest. Dwhatever is going for the pro swinging in the breeze. Can he make it happen? The first 2 races, they didn't really go according to plan. 3rd race, same situation. Got the double jump this time, but wasn't in a position to grab the star on the double jump dive. It's very difficult to do.
Alright, heading into TTC. Final stage. Have to do every star in it. Not
Mid
easy.
47 pace. There's so many things in 7 that D is the best at. TDC 100, definitely one of them. Oh, not able to get the triple jump off of the extended piston kind of thing.
Missing a rollout slightly.
Yep, looking like some very human mistakes here. Alright, coming around. This wall kick, if you hit the wrong pixel, you die. It's as simple as that. But he gets up. Not that it's very common, but like there's so much in TDC that can go from fine to dead in a split second.
Yep, even that wall kick he just did, if you get a firstie on it,
Oh yeah.
that's a fall down.
Oh, safe here as well. Okay, I think D sees that maybe he can't PB, but he does just want to beat Punky and flex the title. Because what else would be better than to take a hard-fought match 3, but to just dethrone the man who's always been on top, in, at least in the racing department. Okay, get a backflip here. Might not work.
Oh, no, too
okay.
low. Alright, just going all the way around. Okay, side
wow,
flip was a
actually
little
having to
sketch.
wait
Yep. Okay.
Unfortunate. Maybe played a bit too comfy, but we'll see. Right, Punky, very safe
Also,
beginning.
yeah, he does have the time to spare at this point. So.
Yeah. You just needed to like not fall or have something really ridiculous happen.
Good first triple jump wall kick.
Alright, he retaliates from that bad ending with a great pit in the pendulum, so it's not like he's gonna kind of let the wound bleed out until he ends up losing all the time that he's worked so hard for. He's definitely in the lead. Punky kicks that box like from very far out. I'm surprised he can jump through all the coins. Usually people kick it from like maybe like if Mario reached out his arm he'd be able to like touch it, but Punky kind of like has to kick forward into it. I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of does it a little late, but that might actually work out in his benefit because the coins have less time to spread out by the time he gets his double jump.
Yeah. 3 stars left in the main stage repertoire. Not even a good word choice. But out of
Good
all the
enough.
main stages you gotta do for this category, there's only 2 more now.
Oh no! Same mistake as last time for Punky. Not the cleanest pit in the pendulum.
Yep.
Alright, heading up for moving bars. This is honestly a really fun start to grind. The movement is very satisfying to hit.
It's quite sick.
Actually, a lot of the stars in TTC are. They've been optimized very well. Alright, last star for D in TTC.
He's
Okay,
on
still
pace
got
for
it.
yeah. It's a cool triple jump as well. You really have to like pull back so that you have like pretty minimal speed when you do the triple jump to make it up there, because you're pretty much going for like a vertical arc. Like it's a vertical distance you're traveling with like a parabola. You have to be able to like move backwards, which seems kind of weird.
It's kind of reminiscent of when you do pits reds and you do the triple jump for the first red coin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very precise. Okay. Heading up into Tippy. Or, sorry, bits.
Heading up into a block of concrete. Alright.
Brick stairs.
You ever wonder if your life boils down to a single moment? It's probably not this moment, but what if it was? What if it was playing a game that, you know, you never really intended to spend your life with, but over the years, you just got good at it. And here you are, maybe potentially setting another race world record. Hard to say, but it could happen.
Yeah.
Could
That
set
start was looking a little shaky from D, but he's cleaned it up. Okay.
some more dust.
Yep.
All right,
Looks like
he's
he is
going for left side.
Standing left.
Made it.
Yeah.
Maybe he did practice that back up recently, because I know if you haven't done something for a really long time, it's likely that you forget it.
Right. Especially with those strats. Those are literally make or break, so, yeah.
This can literally tie his race world record.
Yep.
Can D do not only the unthinkable by dethroning Punky, but also pulling off the 2 best race times ever in a race in the grand finals? It's all down to one man and a controller. Here he goes, 2
And,
throws.
oh my gosh, 2
He
throws
needs
down.
one more to be cemented in the history books as one of the legends of the game. This one's gonna go wide.
A little bit wide,
actually
but
make it pop off here. Punky going for the pole. I don't know. Punky needs to watch the stream and know what's going on. His life is in the balance. Dwhatever setting down the axe, and that's gonna be Punky's execution. The bell tolls for a new era.
Well
A
done,
phenomenal
Dwhatever.
world record holder. Dwhatever.
World record holder, Division 1, Season 2, winner. Amazing.
Wait, that was 47:36. Oh my god.
What an insane time.
I didn't think he could get race world record anymore, but he did.
Right. That is
Double race world
insane.
record.
Double
Is that what it
race
takes to be
world
Punky?
record.
I don't know. The Punky has still put out, like, apart from what Dwhatever just did, this is the best, like, 3 race set anyone has ever done. Like, low 48s, 3 in a row.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How do you do this? How are you that good? How are you so consistent? How do you lose with that?
Within 15 seconds, all 3 races, puncayshun.
Well, it was
But Dwhatever
48,
pulling
9,
off.
48, 10, 48, 19, all within 10.
Yeah. But Dwhatever pulling off 2 47s, 2 race world records. Oh my gosh.
I think no matter what happens, I think both runners should be extremely proud of this gameplay. We saw a great show, and I think both these runners definitely earned the right to be here. And I would say on any other day, Punky would earn the trophy. But today was the day of the dinner.
Yep. Really paying off all the practice he's put in over the past few months. Welcome, Zen Mode Master. How are you doing, buddy?
Dude, I don't know. I'm shaking.
Congratulations. Huge congratulations. Setting 2 race world records, winning the whole Division 1, Season 2 of the GSA League. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Explain Zen mode.
It's hard. Like, I mean,
It's okay.
I don't think I can put it into words.
Go watch his 8-minute video on
Let's just-
YouTube.
let's
It'll
just-
explain it in perfect detail.
Yeah, for example, let's look at the second race. I guess I like took it too easy, and I wasn't focused on what's now. I was rather thinking, oh yeah, I got this. I probably win in the second match, and then I took it like, yeah, too easy, and just lost because of that.
Yeah.
Wasn't focused anymore. And then in this race, I was like, just play your own game. I was also constantly checking what Punky was doing in the second race, which was also like kind of taking my focus, I guess. After the Death and Dark World, and then in the second race, it was just me again. I was just trying to go all in. Try
Yeah, I
to think
wanna
ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead. Sorry.
Just trying to think ahead of like next star instead of the end of the game, sorta.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
more sense.
Yeah.
I do want to go over to Punky, who had an absolutely insane, like, the tightest 3-race spread I think anyone could ever do. Like a 48-09, 48-10, 48-19. Like, what was your mindset going into all these races? Because you played really well. It doesn't seem like you were watching D at all. Like, did you know like what kind of pace he was on?
I literally did not watch the stream like once because like ever since the blue bob incident in the 120 star tournament, I stopped looking at my opponent's gameplay because it just puts more like stuff in my mind, I guess. it makes it like more things to like worry about, I guess. So I just like I just don't do it anymore. I legit didn't look at the stream once.
Yeah, that seems like a thing that worked out pretty well for both of you, because hearing what Dee said, it seems like the no distractions is something to shoot for. Now, when you got like your first, when you got your first 48-10 and you lost, Dee got the race world record. You were thinking like, right, I hope that's, you know, Dee's like god run for the day, and I can like close out the other two. So, like, you didn't change anything between races. Like,
Yeah.
how surprised are you that, like, you didn't win? I guess that's such a bad question.
I mean, I can't even really be mad about this because like I overall was like really focused and controlled my nerves like extremely well. Like I overall played really well. Like I wasn't that far away from getting to 47 in like literally every race.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's definitely a ridiculous ending to a tournament. Like I don't know, if I was racing like literally anyone else, or I was racing Dwhatever on like another day, like I most likely would have won. I just like caught him at like the wrong day, I guess. Like, I legit can't be mad about this. Well, I'm a little annoyed that I lost after getting 3 like back-to-back like low 48s. But I don't know, after the first race I was just like, all right, there's all I can do is just focus on my own gameplay and hope he doesn't do that again. Unfortunately for me, he decided to do this again. Like, I'm just not beating that time. Like, I pretty much have to like beat him at his own game, which is like going like really fast and doing like all these optimal strats. And I feel like if I just challenged him at his own game, I would lose. So I just like stuck with the consistent route, which paid off in game 2. Like I won that by quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And for this last race, like I thought I had it, but then I was like looking at Discord like before my first throw, and I saw Dwhatever typing. I'm like, oh man, I lost again.
Question for you,
I'm just relieved that it's over now. Like I've never played this much Mario in the last 2 months as like before. I've put so much time into it these last 2 months, 3 months almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I know practicing consistency over and over, so I get stuff down, and that was my main focus throughout these few months. It's really nice to see that it worked out.
I want to ask you about your mindset going from game 2 to game 3, because right off the bat you went for Island. What changed?
That was I just went. I blacked out. That was muscle memory. I didn't want to go Violent. Then when I realized I had the wrong camera, I just went within.
Wow, muscle memory Island hop in a race.
Yeah. Like I thought I started long jumping, and then I was like, shit. Yeah.
Oh no, he just said a bad word. Oh no, nuke the VOD.
Oh yeah, nuke the VOD. We're gonna have to give you your first place to Punky, Kappa.
Well.
But yeah, GG's to both of you. That was absolutely insane. Best race to watch.
GG's, considering like I've been playing so much WoW, like I think I played really well here.
Definitely.
Yeah, like honestly, I think it would have been a little bit embarrassing for me if I didn't perform this well, because you've been not playing at all, and I've been playing so much.
Like I legit lost to 2 mid 47s. It's like at that point, I can't. There's not really anything I can do. Like this is a completely bizarre ending to a tournament for sure. Like after the first race, like it was, I tell myself just play the game, don't boot up World of Warcraft, just play the game, hope he doesn't do that again. And it worked for one game, and yeah, just I don't know. if I got like, I don't know, like a 50 or something in every race, I would be like really upset because, you know, I play like garbage, but I did not play like garbage here. So GG's, you just played better. It's hard to beat a mid 47.
That's true.
So, D, I want to ask you if you've got some words for the viewers, and I'm sure people will be watching this video on YouTube. You know, why was this so insane? You know, what might you say to everyone out there who's watching? Like, how did you get to this point where you're dropping that kind of time?
Before like this crazy grind, there was always something else on my mind. Like at some point it was GSA video editing, for example, took over in season 1, for example. And before that it was like college and stuff. And ever since I've put my mind fully towards Mario, I feel like I've been improving like crazy and also like working on my mindset. I think my movement was always there, but I was never able to find what I'm lacking, and there was consistency in the late game. My early game was always pretty good, but my late game was always bad. So if you like figure out what you're bad at, you should put all your mind towards that and work it out. And as you can see, it worked out for me. My late game was really good today.
All right. Hakusei, what do you got to say? Anything else?
That's all for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining us for this amazing, amazing grand finals. Thank you guys for racing and putting on a great show. And Bidronos for the co-coms. It was awesome.
Of course.
And that's going to be all from us tonight.
Hope
Thank you guys for watching.
You guys have a great weekend. We have more grand finals for Mario Maker 2 coming up tomorrow, I think. So there's a lot more here. Can't wait to see you guys next time.